9.95 on those. Gorgeous. Well done if you have managed to grab those as well, because they're fabulous. Right then, don't forget, coming up, our superstar buy. This is coming up in about half an hour. It's going to be our amalite. I had an amalite showcase with Martha not that long ago. They were very, very limited in pieces. And just to give you an idea how fast they go, I barely spoke about it and they were sold out. Yeah. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of how popular they are. However, we didn't see any this size. So this is a really substantial size of this amalite, really huge. And obviously the larger the surface area, the more beauty and more colour you're going to see. So that's the bonus of this. We're not going to its price that we should be going to either. It's going to have quite a substantial drop on that. Beautiful, look at that, like a swim of colour through there. We're going to tell you a little bit more about that a little bit later on. We've got loads more coming up though. I love these as well. These are fabulous. Yes. Nice statement, but again, not overpowering. No. They're fab. So that as well. Do make sure you've checked out your baskets. If you're there on the phone lines, thank you very much. I think there's been a little bit of a hold. So thank you very much for that, for holding on. Do check your baskets out. We're going to be back ever so shortly with more ideas from Deb and that amalite and some other pieces as well. So do not go anywhere. We'll see you all in a moment.
Jewellery makers, how are you? Lovely to have your company. My name's Elena and I'm with you for the entirety of this morning. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. I hope you're up and at 'em and feeling refreshed this Sunday morning. I am. I had a really good night's sleep last night. I had a really good night's sleep. It's because Brutus wasn't actually in the vicinity. He was being looked after by his daddy, so I had a really good night's sleep. But I'm joined by this gorgeous lady. Hello to you, Alison.
Hello, how are you?
I'm really well, my lovely. I've seen all your pieces of jewellery. You've been busy.
I have been busy. Loved the kits.
But, do you know what excites me about today, Alison, is that they are polar opposites, the kits.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you've got one which is really, really heavily wire-based. Well, it's exclusively wire-based. Yeah. And then the other one, which is all about the stunning beauty of your gemstones, which I love.
Yeah, and they are beautiful gemstones.
Stunning, yeah. So if you have been looking out for your wire, I did notice something on Facebook saying, wire shortage, wire shortage. I think it's the case. However, this morning, not so. I think everything's been reserved for this morning. So, if you've been wanting to get all the different gauges, all the different colours, then stay with us because we should be able to tick that box for you. Let's send a text message if you can. We'd love to hear from you this Sunday morning. Tell us what you're up to. 60777. Start your text with JM Studios. Tell us what you've been up to this weekend. Any funny stories? To be honest, we've been having some interesting conversations first thing this morning. About childbirth.
Oh dear.
It started off at, a very topical and educational conversation, and it just nosedived in terms of, it just went in all kind of levels of wrong, really. Anyway, send us in some messages. Let us know what you are up to. Now, we have got lots of opportunities coming your way. Our early bird is really, really exciting me. The first thing I spoke to Martha this morning was this strand, wasn't it, Martha? I zoned straight in on it because I was like, okay, hang on a minute. On the back of the kit, which you might not have seen, where it was purple natural opal, and I was saying, I've never seen it before. I've never seen purple opal with that kind of colouring. Any of your coloured opals, your pink, your blues, your purples, your black opal, the rarity really, really comes in the fact that it is completely natural, not dyed in any way, shape or form. You can buy opal, which has obviously been dyed. However, when you see an opportunity like this, it is very, very, very seldom few, and certainly for any collectors and connoisseurs should be grabbed with both hands. If you adore your opal, you love it for all its different variations and different appearances that it can give, you'll love this strand. We're going to go straight in on this opportunity because I zoned in on it straight away, Martha. I absolutely love it. It's not a wishy-washy blue. It's not sort of pale and insipid. It is a definite blue, and very, very obviously opal also. A double strand opportunity. You've got a substantial carat weight, as you can see on your graphics. 96 carats in total, and this is not dyed. It's all Mother Nature's doing, which is so exciting for me as a collector of gemstones. I get really excited by the presence of rarity, and this is most certainly that. Good luck, because already we have got collectors and connoisseurs on those phone lines. Do you see what I mean? It's a definite blue. It's not, you know, it's not sort of tinted. It's a very serene tone, and serenity blue, as we know, is the Pantone colour of 2016, along with your baby pink. So maybe I don't think I'm going to be able to do it today. Maybe if you see natural pink opal on another occasion, and those moments, like I said earlier, do come very seldom, then get the 2 strands and you have got something, well, very exciting, but also perfect for this coming year. Almost a metre, 84 centimetres in total. I love this shot. Look how magnified we are. Look at that beautiful waxy lustre. And the different tones and levels. It's like a palette, isn't it? An artist palette.
Yeah, it always reminds me of Delftware.
Yes.
Of the china, the blue and white china.
It really does.
I love it.
Because they're very high shine, aren't they, Alison?
Yeah.
The actual gloss, I suppose, that they actually put over them is very high shine. I totally agree with you there. Especially when we zone right in on the gemstone and you see that beautiful reflective lustre. And it's not been coated, it's not been varnished in any way, shape or form. It's all down to the genuine gemstone. I mean, that's incredible. Yeah, I totally agree with that, Alison. I totally agree with it. It always reminds me of Monet.
Oh, yes.
When I see this kind of tone, it reminds me of Monet, you know, the water lilies, that kind of painting.
That kind of hue, isn't it?
Yeah.
The sort of, not smack you in your face, but definitely colour, if you see what I mean. Not wishy-washy, but not,
Absolutely. I mean, if you think about it as well, I mean, it's perfect for the forthcoming seasons, the summer, the spring, etc., because you have got that azure blue colour of the sky. It's just absolutely exquisite. And I love what you've just said there, Alison. Yeah, it does actually remind me of the reflective, just the lustre, which you don't often see. Think about how many times you see an opal which has got a very definite high shine. Yes, you can get polished opals. You think about your cabochons and your faceted opals, which are very exciting, of course. I own them myself. But to actually get the look that they are almost, glossed, I suppose. But natural blues, absolutely incredible. It is your early bird and it is coming your way at a very exciting price. We have got a massive quantity, so get involved as soon as you possibly can. Should be £14.95. Should be. It's your early bird. Introductory strand. £9.95. Welcome to this Sunday morning here at Jewellery Maker to be bringing you 96 carats of blue opal, totally and utterly natural, not dyed. A single figure price tag simply astounds me. I would be keeping this very simple. I would be thinking, just sterling silver maybe, and a neckline piece just like so. If you're lucky enough to multi-buy on this, layer it up and create some big, fantastic, chunky design.
Do you know what else I'd use it for? Because you know when people are having a baby and they're breastfeeding, and they have a bracelet. So if you did that with memory wire, and then you could have the pink opal or the blue opal. So depending on which side you last fed, you put your bracelet on that arm.
I have not heard this before.
Oh, have you not?
No.
So they're great
Top
presents.
tip.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
Duly noted. Duly noted. Okay, so you can remember.
Yeah. So,
and if it's a little boy, I suppose.
Perfect. And like you said, if you could find some of the pink opal to go with it, then you could have a little girl or a little boy one.
That's a really lovely idea. What a great gift.
Stall. Oh, super.
It reminds me of sort of Claire McDonald's ballerinas too.
Oh, yes. Oh, I love those ballerinas. Oh, and
Claire
congratulations to them.
Sorry?
Congratulations to Claire and Mark and Oh, she's on this afternoon. Fleur, sorry Fleur, for
oh,
their awards.
Yeah,
Yes, 'cause I've been
absolutely,
missing.
absolutely. I was thinking, why, what's the news? I see what you mean. Yeah, the awards.
You missed the gossip. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, massive congratulations, thoroughly
well
deserved. Lots of you choosing to multi-buy. I don't blame you. Well done to each and every single one of you. Now, moving on. I've got double trouble opportunity. Rose gold plated. Shepherd hooks earrings. There is tons and tons and tons and tons and tons in here. They're going to go a long, 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 long way. If you love making your earrings, which I think most jewellery makers absolutely do, especially if you commission jewellery or sell your jewellery at craft fairs, etc., then these are your bread and butter, aren't they? Because it's so easy to make a pair of earrings, and then you're going to sell, even if you sold them at £5, then it's an affordable price, and you're getting amazing return. Double trouble with the rose gold plated, so you have got precious metal across your copper here. I'll hold one of these up so you can actually see the actual shape of them also, because they're beautifully curved. Wonderful curves to these. You're getting 100 pairs, so 200 in total. 200 of these. Yeah, 100 pairs, yes. That's right, yeah. Just checking myself then. They're 19 by 9 millimetres. And I love that angle, the curve, don't you? It's just, I mean, a standard shepherd hook, which has got a very straight elongation at the back of the ear, which obviously is necessary because if it was shorter, then obviously they can tip out, especially with the whiter gemstones. So to have that curve and that dramatic drop at the back, I just think adds to it. It's practical, but it's also got a really beautiful feature as well.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, they go perfect with the first kit.
They do go perfect with the first kit.
You could take one of the strands from or two of the strands. Actually, all three of the strands would go perfect with those, and you could just make the whole lot into earrings and make a bomb.
Make an absolute bomb.
You could.
Oh, we're all down for making a bomb, aren't we? Who wants to make a bomb? As in money?
Yeah, not an actual bomb.
Not literally.
We're not inciting anybody to go home and make bombs.
Sorry, yeah, I'm awfully sorry. Sorry.
Make a fortune.
Make a fortune. It's
my fault.
early in the morning. Well, Martha's just saying, is it too early to say baby brain? I actually think this is a scientific thing. I do keep tripping up, and I can't construct a sentence. I actually think which is tricky when you do my job. Yeah, I think it's a thing, and I think it develops early on. Certainly in my case. Or it could just be because I am literally a little bit fuzzy-brained. Are you going to get some subtitles? See, you couldn't even say it. Subtitles. What I'm saying, and then what I'm actually meaning to say. Now, big price drop coming your way. Should be £11.90 for 100 pairs. 200 shepherd hooks.
£6.
Big price drop.
Brilliant.
Wait, £6 for 200. That's 30 pence each. 60 pence a pair of earrings. That's what we were talking about, Alison. You know, about making a ton of money out of your shepherd hooks. If you do sell your jewellery or go to craft fairs, not only that, earrings are we do tend to change our earrings more often than any other piece of jewellery, or I do anyway, speaking personally. So I tend to buy more earrings than anything else.
Well, most people do. They're also the most affordable thing you buy, usually. They're the least price. So you get a lot of younger people buying them as well, where they couldn't perhaps afford a larger piece, then they'll go for the earrings just to get a little bling in their ear.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking of bling, I don't think there is a more blingy gemstone than your gorgeous Zirkon. This is coming up a little bit later on in the hour. It's the only blue Zirkon gemstone strand that we have ever had here at Jewellery Maker, and it is coming up within the hour. So imagine just one of those on one of those shepherd hooks. Very, very, very high-end, and the most desirable colour of Zirkon zircon globally is this beautiful azure blue. This is coming up a little bit later on. I'm just sort of showing you the two next to each other just because I think that colour tone just works wonderfully, doesn't it? Absolutely. Very exciting. Tons of you there. Lots of you multi-buying. I don't blame you at all. I would be doing exactly the same. If you want to buy 5 of these, why not? I don't think you're going to need to buy any rose gold shepherd hook earrings for a very long time.
But I've also actually used them as other things as well.
Oh, like
because
what?
unlike the other earrings, which make it harder, the earring pieces, findings, you can actually straighten those out.
Ah. And how would you do that with your nylon pliers?
Just with a pair of nylon pliers, or you can take it and carry on wrapping it. You can. They are versatile.
So maybe bales too.
Yeah, bales, or if you do a bubble style bracelet.
Oh, I like that.
You can if you're short, you can borrow a few of those. Whereas the other ones with the little gizmo coil on, you're kind of stuck with them as being an earring.
I know what you mean. These have got a little bit more, I suppose, flexibility to what you can actually, where you can actually take them. Fabulous. If you've never ordered with us before, we are totally risk-free shopping here at Jewellery Maker. Everything comes with a money-back guarantee. It's a free phone telephone number, 0800 644 655. Press your option 1. Speak to our amazing contact centre, and it is only the 1 postage and packaging per day, irrespective of how many orders you place. Hello to you, Tink. Lovely to have your company. Baby brain is defo a real thing. It really does mess with your mind. Tink, I'm in all sorts. Do you like last night I was trying to have a conversation with Tom and he was just literally looking at me like this.
The mouse moving, but I don't get what the words are saying.
You could literally see his face like, what on earth are you on about, woman? I mean, he actually had that expression on his face, and to be honest, I was like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's true. Well done to everybody who got those. Absolutely incredible. Now, the big Wirework DVD is yours truly, of course, Alison. Now, this is a 3-disc CD.
Yeah.
DVD.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon. And of all the star signs.
Of all the star signs.
But it's also, in a sense, kind of, well, it shows you how to channel set.
Yeah.
It shows you how to attach gemstones to wire.
Yeah. And it does a little bit of wire weaving as well.
And some wire weaving. So there's various different techniques.
Yeah.
And it goes through all the different star signs. So, I mean, how perfect would these be for birthday gifts?
Perfect. Yeah. Everybody's got a star sign.
Yes, exactly. It's like birthstones. Straight away you've got a draw, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. And actually, they'd be brilliant if you get that. The kit coming up later would be great to get with it.
Absolutely, because you've got the different colours of wire and everything. Yeah, I totally agree. It's one of our luxury DVDs that we've launched just not too long ago, wasn't it? Was it, Alison?
No, it was beginning of December.
Beginning of December, so it is it's still new to us here at Jewellery Maker. It's one of our luxury DVDs, like I just said earlier, hugely received by our jewellery makers out there. Great way of starting in wirework as well, because if you're watching and you're thinking, okay, this looks, if it's high end, if it's one of your luxury DVDs, then I guess it's understandable that you would think maybe, oh, that's at an advanced level, but actually it's not, is it? No,
it's something that you can go from beginners and go all the way through. So you don't be put off if you're a beginner, because you can definitely do it.
Absolutely. It's all different levels, I suppose. Yeah. And the fantastic thing is, whilst you're thinking, oh yeah, star signs, lovely, amazing, but it's also the techniques that if you actually see pictured on the front here, there's various different techniques within those star signs. As you can see, there's channel setting here, there's attaching your gemstones like so, and almost like creating a bezeled look here. Yeah. So absolutely stunning. And also those shapes, it's not easy to actually create the star sign shape. It's not easy to write it and for it to be recognised, let alone with wire.
And they're the most, because there are slight variations, and they're the most used versions of the star signs.
Absolutely. When I was working on American channel Rocks TV, obviously back at Gemporia, one of the biggest auctions I ever did in the history of me working, like I say here, was a variation of pendants laid out very much like what you're seeing behind me of all the different star signs. It was a lemon quartz, simple, and it was bezeled set, and then they'd etched actually into the gemstone. Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to do that. Well, I can't do that. If you can, fantastic. But thousands of them sold in all different sizes. Yeah. The reason why I'm telling you that is that just hopefully, if you think about America and how vast that country is, the actual draw that star signs actually have, it was probably the biggest auction that I'd ever done on Rox TV, and it was very confusing because obviously we had all the different star signs going on at once. We had so many different graphics going on all at once, but they were, and the call centre must have been absolutely pulling their hair out with us. But yeah, inundated, absolutely inundated. All over the world were getting involved, and it's because it is the star sign. Like I said, you don't just think about your own star sign, you think about your partners, your children, your best friends, your mothers, your aunties, your cousins, your next door neighbours, because it's a fantastic birthday, Christmas, dare I say it, I've said it, there we are, present, and it's going to be something that they're going to love. They're going to absolutely love. 3 DVDs, so approximately how long viewing have we got here? About 3 hours?
Yeah, I think it's approximately 3 hours.
Approximately 3 hours viewing. So again, learning all the different techniques and also how to create those shapes. We are bringing it to you at an amazing saving, given the fact that this is one of our luxury DVDs. £12.95 for 3 hours viewing and tutorial with the one, the only, lovely Alison. Straight away, lots and lots and lots of you there. Fantastic. I need to move on, but you have done it. Congratulations to each and every single one of you. Now, we're moving over to the gorgeous Alison to bring you the first kit. How about, Alison, a night on the town?
Oh, yeah.
See what I mean?
Oopsie.
See what I mean? I mean, it's not a small object right there, and I've walked straight into it. Goodness me. Don't know what's wrong with me. Do you know what? At the moment, I'm always like that. Night on the town? Nah. I'm just into my onesie at the moment, to be fair. Snuggling in my onesie. But I can always, exactly. I can always glam up the onesie at home, can't I? I mean, this is beautiful, Alison, isn't it?
Love this kit. I mean, I love shell anyway. I love the colours you get from them are amazing. Yeah. And with the wires, and I love having the 3 wires, although one piece is two-toned. So
you've done like a Viking knit here, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a Viking knit in the gold, and then I've got silver on the back and silver on the...
Before we get to Alison's pieces, here we are, that's what we were referring to. Sorry, Ryan. It's because I was drawn to this and I thought I haven't even told you what's in the kit yet. So, no, that's my mistake, Ryan. Sorry about that. I was drawn to everything that Alison had been showing. I thought I should show what's in the kit first. Now, yes, Alison rightly pointed out there's the 3 tones, isn't there? The rose gold, the yellow gold and the silver gold. And your abalone. Now, it still is one of our biggest sellers here at Jewellery Maker, Abalone, because you do get those chromatic shifts, those swirls and swathes of colours. It's very definitely Mother Nature. It's very, very visual, and more to the point, in this kit you've got two carved shapes which are absolutely stunning. Let's bring the wire in first though. 50 metres of your rose gold wire, and let me just double check the gauge. You've got 0.6 millimetres, so great for your structure. Yeah. Very versatile gauge of wire, actually.
It is a good versatile gauge. Great for your Viking knit, great for macrame with.
Absolutely, you can do anything. And you were saying you've got, I can see it there actually, you've got tons left over. Yeah. Tons and tons and tons left over. Then you also get, let's bring in those other tones, the gold plated, it's very soft, this wire, so beautiful soft. This wire, this is 0.4 and there's 10 metres here on this spool. And also then in your lovely silver, gosh that's weighty, same again, 10 metres, but this is 0.6. So it's going to go a long way. You can use it in various different techniques, like I said then, Alison's done Viking knit, you've done, you've used it with your gemstones to actually construct flowers. Absolutely beautiful. Let's bring those gemstones in, shall we? Where do we start? I'm going to leave the abalone till last, I think, on this occasion. How about I bring you Spinel? Spinel in a kit.
I know.
That's exciting. Don't often see Spinel in a kit, do we?
And we don't often see it in this form, which I think is stunning.
Totally agree. Plain rounds. But this... Look how it's been deliberately unpolished. So it has got that very lovely, silky, satin-like appearance, isn't it? Yeah. It's like a matte matte appearance,
Yeah.
which I love.
And
You get that occasional flash of sparkle,
yeah.
but
coming
it's
through.
definitely a sort of sateen effect, and it feels beautiful.
I know, it's so tactile, isn't it?
Yeah, very soft.
Yeah.
Very, very soft. Lovely graduation as well of these beautiful gemstones. In terms of carat weight, we actually have 140, and the sizes go from 6mm up to 9mm, and it's a 20 centimetre strand, so it's going to go a long, 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 long way. Just one of those on some of those rose gold shepherd hook earrings that you had earlier on would look stunning, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, they're
Exactly
not
what
quite the same
you've done.
findings, but yeah.
Exactly what you've done.
Absolutely stunning with the rose gold colour.
Yeah. It does work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Love it. And if it's good enough for Angelina Jolie, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Angelina Jolie, pictured wearing black spinel and rose gold. Yeah, yeah. Enter that onto your search engine site and you'll see pictures of her wearing rose gold and spinel. And in actual fact, they were faceted rounds, granted, but it was a slight graduation around the neckline, and they were just literally bezel set. Are you looking at the picture now? Yeah. Very simple design, but really, really worked and really suits her. I mean, she could look lovely in a black bag, couldn't she?
Yeah.
But stunning. Now, what else? The abalone. Let's bring that abalone in for you. You've got two different sizes, and these are beautiful double-sided hearts. Abalone, you get swirls and swathes of colour. All I need to say is the fact that we're bringing you this gorgeous gemstone, and we'll have straight away people on the phone lines. I only wish that we had a bigger quantity of these, to be honest, because the fact that we have abalone in it. These are, so obviously no carat weight with your abalone because it is an organic gemstone. We have got a 12mm and a 14mm. So these are the 12 and then these are the 14. Beautiful, aren't they? Double-sided also, so perfect for your earrings. I don't think there's a colour that you're not going to pick out in abalone.
No, you get everything.
Everything, don't you?
Yeah.
And the combinations of those colours as well, which I really love. So purples mixed with your golds and your yellows and your greens. You get reds and blues in there. It kind of reminds me of sort of a desert island from, I don't know, sort of a sky view, if you like, looking down. So you see all those tropical colours and tones. It's very warming. It's appropriate for every single season, without shadow of a doubt. But it seems to migrate as the light reflects across the surface of an abalone, and you can just pick whichever one your eye is drawn to right now on your screen. I'm just going to ever so slightly move it, but look how they tend to have the movement of the ocean, I suppose, don't they?
I always think of it because this always reminds me of wings. Because
of wings?
Dragonfly wings.
Yeah, it does actually.
And it's just that play of colour over them, because the iridescent ones, not the brown boring ones we get, but the really flashes of bright intense light.
These are the
colour.
definite iridescents, aren't they? I totally agree. And it reminds me of your amalite as a gemstone, which I know if you were watching the repeats there of Vicky last night. With amalite, you talk about, what was that for?
I got one.
Did you get one?
Yeah.
There we go, a little fist pump from Alison. And it reminds me of amalite because we talk about, this is a terminology with that gemstone, chromatic shift. And given the fact they are both organic gemstones, both come from a living organism, so therefore organic, having that movement, and you have the same sort of pearlescent movement with a pearl, don't you? That's something which is very, very unique, I think, to organic gemstones. But where you can look almost like the colours of a stained glass window and then just move, I don't know, to a slightly different angle, or let the light reflect on the gem ever so slightly, they migrate and merge a little bit like sort of the spectrum of colours in oil across the surface of water. Do you know what I mean? It kind of moves and swirls around. So no abalone will look the same at any one time. It tends to metamorphosize, I suppose. That's the best way that I can actually describe it. These are big and these are sizable. If you love your abalone, get involved as soon as you can. There's multiple on the strand, and like I said, you have got the two different sizes, your 12mm and your 4mm. They go beautifully with the three different tones of your wire. And you could use all those three tones with all of the gemstones also. We should be bringing this to you at excuse me, £44.70.
Very good price.
Very good price. Spinel, 2 strands of abalone and all of that wire. Wow.
Wow.
£27.95 this morning. Just to remind you, there's 70 metres of wire here. Alison, you had loads left over.
Yeah, I've got loads of the wire left over.
Gosh, you really have loads.
Yeah. And I used quite a lot.
Yeah, you haven't been...
I mean, I haven't stinted on it.
No.
But I ended up with loads left over.
There we go, that's always good. So you know that this is going to go on for further pieces as well. Yeah. And you've got lots of gemstones left over as well.
Oh no, this is the second kit.
Oh, that's your second pack. You did load up that abalone in this bit. I love it. How much would you charge for this kind of necklace?
Oh, probably about £40. It'd have to be somewhere around about, if not more.
I was going to say, £40, I would literally snatch your hand off.
It would depend where I was putting it for sale, but...
That's incredible. Absolutely. And those bib-style necklaces are very, very fashionable right now. You know, the ones which are quite rigid on the décolletage. Very fashionable. And again, perfect for the forthcoming seasons, isn't it? The wonderful spring and summer months, because you can see all of that lovely colour. Yeah. Love it. Absolutely adore it. Big dramatic savings. Well done to you. And we have got tutorials and inspiration with the lovely Alison, as always, Alison. I mean, you've created simplistic designs using the Spinel here. Just a single drop. That's we were talking about that sparkle, weren't we?
Yeah.
Look at the sparkle that you get here.
Yeah.
I'm glad you singled that one out.
But you know, you don't need. I mean, I love the bracelet. I absolutely adore that bracelet. You don't need to be complicated. It's great to be complicated sometimes, but sometimes you just need that one bead. And I did use a rose gold finding kit with it, and it just worked.
Yeah, it does.
Works so well.
I love Spinel with rose gold. I think it really, really works well. And well, it work with any of your precious metals. I just think it softens it ever so slightly.
I was going to say, you get the warmth with it, don't you?
Yeah.
Whereas, and don't get me wrong, the black with silver, love black and silver, but it's that a slightly colder field, the starker field. Then you go to normal gold and it's okay, and it's just so warm with that rose gold.
Yeah, I agree. I love that. It's when you've nestled it into one of our toggle clasps there, haven't you? Stunning. But this is my favourite. This is my absolute favourite. I've got a necklace almost identical to this, by the way. And when you said that you would charge about £40, I hand on heart, would snatch your hand up. Not, I wouldn't snatch your hand up. No. I'd be way more polite than that. But I would definitely be buying it at that price point. Because mine... Gosh, am I going to make this confession?
Oh, go on.
I did buy it a long, long time ago, but I still wear it because I love it. Because you can't buy genuine gemstone bibs.
No.
Well, not that I've seen, anyway. It's plastic.
Oh, right. Gosh.
I do still wear it. It scratches across the neckline. That's stunning.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I would most definitely wear that.
Well, I would, and I'm not a flowery, and most people who know me know I'm not flowery. I've not seen it like that from the front like that with the lights on it. It still looks amazing.
It does. Is that using just one shape or two sizes? Sorry, of the Abalone?
Two sizes.
Both sizes. So you can get that different dimensions, can't you?
So there's 3 different flowers on there, and they sort of graduate slowly, ever so slightly.
Love it. And you're going to be demonstrating this piece as well. So there we go. We can make our own, can't we? I can throw out that plastic one.
And you could do it with just one. The flower on the other one with the dragonfly, that's the same basic flower.
Oh yes, I didn't show the dragonfly.
But doesn't the flower look different with the silver as against the
Totally
rose gold?
Different. Totally different. Okie dokie.
Right.
So you're using the rose gold wire, which is within the kit.
Yeah. So I'm going to take about a metre and a half. It is too much, but I would rather have too much than too little.
Absolutely.
I'm with Sammy on that. You know, bearing in mind, you know, I didn't have to stint.
No, you've got 50 metres of this wire within the kit, so you don't have to be stingy with it, do you?
No. So for the big flower in the middle, I've got 8 of the larger ones. And I've got 5 of the smaller ones, and then I'm going to put a black spinel in the middle.
Lovely. So 8 and 5?
Yeah. So I'm going to start off popping one of the larger hearts on, and I'm going to leave a tail of about, I love that we can 6 inches. Oh gosh, that was actually spot on as well. Amazing. Then I'm going to bend it over and do, it's just a tiara twist, but I'm just going to do about 3 twists. What I like about this is I've not done them so tight that you get no movement.
No,
so there's all a little bit of movement with them.
Yes.
And it just, like you were saying, it just allows for that change of colour.
And probably that one of the reasons why it doesn't scratch.
Yeah.
As well.
Because it'll form to your body.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've then split the 2 wires at the bottom.
That's like a tiara twist, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's just a tiara twist technique. But I'm going to fetch it up and then I'm going to pop the next one on my long piece. On my long wire, and you're going from the point first, and it just slides on so easily, and then you can pick which side you want. I mean, I actually, because they've got different, some of them are quite different front and back, and some of them are quite similar, so that one is almost totally different the way they are. There's a lot of lines, so I kind of matched them. That's just the way I am.
If you like random, then leave them random.
Matter.
It's entirely up to you.
So I fetched it to the same level, folded the wire over at the back, and then we're going to twist again, like we did last summer.
Oh, I love that.
Another one back on the... You see, I mean, perfect in your tiaras, this sort of thing. Absolutely perfect. Great for prom jewellery.
I was going to say, or day at the races or something like that.
Where you want a fascinator that's going to have impact.
Well, I tell you what, there's going to be, I don't think there'll be many outfits it won't go with Abalone, just because you've got pretty much all the colours there, haven't you?
Yeah, you have. So each time I'm adding the next one on, onto the long piece.
Well, this is quite an easy technique. I can do this.
It's a cracking technique. Do you want a piece to do?
I'll watch you for now, just because I...
Down you go.
I do a lot of tiara twisting, so I know that I'd be able to do it, but I do.
Yeah.
But actually, I'd rather obviously speak to you about your workshop, which is coming up as well, your prong setting workshop.
I've got a prong setting
You're as bad
workshop.
as me. You're as bad as me.
I am, and I haven't got your excuse. And an ear jewellery workshop. I'm doing a Friday and a Saturday double-headed workshop.
Back to back. So you do a Friday morning with the prong setting, is it?
No, it's all day Friday with
all
the
day
prong setting.
I see what you mean, sorry. All day Friday's the prong setting, then all day Saturday is the earrings.
Is the
And is there still availability? If you want to book on that, 22nd of January and 23rd, so back to back if you wanted to do, you don't have to, but just saying if you wanted to have a double dose of inspiration and tuition, you can do that. Book on the website or either speak to our call centre, either or. Very easy. And we've also got... Well, not only have we brought that your DVD of the star signs earlier on, not only are we being sort of inspired right now by Alison, and you've got the workshops, we've also got DVDs of yours.
Oh, right.
DVDs of yours coming your way in this stunning bundle. Now, I can remember the launch of some of these. Now, particularly this one.
The sculptures, yeah.
I know it's you.
That's definitely me.
I know it's you because
with the
I'm gonna own this one again.
It was your fault.
You know what I'm going to say, don't you, Alison?
Yeah.
Just because, I think this is something to be... I spotted her. Me. I got Alison for Jewellery Maker.
She did.
Yeah. I spotted your work on Wall of Fame, didn't I?
You did.
And then gave you a call.
She did. My little horse kept appearing on the wall and then off the wall and on.
And then I was like, you've got to come in. I should remember, just so people are like, how did you do that? I used to work up in the offices. I was project manager, so working alongside the Arcs and Paula Bennett and everything way back when. So, yeah, I used to see a lot of Wall of Fame entries and I spotted Alison. I was like, you simply must come in. And it was a wire sculpture, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That I'd actually seen.
A rocking horse.
That's it. It was the rocking horse.
And I fetched the teddy bear in.
And then you brought the teddy bear in, which I fell in love with, and I still... What did I name him? Humphrey, that's it. That's it. I'm still in love with Humphrey.
Oh, yeah, I've still got him at home.
Have you still got him?
He nearly got sold, but he
Anyway, on your DVD, this is the one which Alison's absolutely infamous for, creating what fabulous sculptures with your wire. And again, we have got wire coming up later on throughout the course of the morning. It includes, it's approximately an hour, here we go, pictures of, lovely bell, I love that. Stunning bell. You've got the wirework stocking as well, which you can start busy creating for next year. The wirework box, which is pictured on the front, and the scroll technique. So the scroll technique is really essential for all of them. Is that right?
Yeah, it underpins them really, yeah.
So you do need to know how to do that technique to actually create. Look at the stocking.
And it's great. It's great if you're learning to do structures, because they're well, the box is a fairly easy geometrical shape, so you can create that easy and work on, and the bell's that little bit more involved to do. So it takes you through how to do to 3D them.
Yeah, because you're creating curves then as well, aren't you? Which has got to be that bit trickier. Yeah. So if you've never seen wirework sculptures, then this is the lady to get the DVD of. We also have got an hour-long tuition with your twisted wire, and this is the lovely Jan. The lovely Jan, who was with me yesterday, one of her incredible creations. And you've got making your own jump rings, hammering and twisted wire, separating strands, gizmo pendants, weaving with twisted wire as well. So lots of different techniques and how you can create lots of amazing texture with your wire, because it's not just literally wire. You can do so much with it. I mean, look at the difference between what you're seeing on your screen right now and what it originally starts at. I've also got your Wirework Edition 1, which is Laura binding.
I think that might be.
I think
Laura or Louise. Is Laura?
Laura binding, yes. With the Tree of Life, yeah, Laura binding.
Yeah.
And it has got the spiral rings, spiral earrings, Tree of Life, which I think she needs to patent that, don't you?
A bit late, really.
A bit late, yeah. Well, certainly own it. As long as everyone says, yeah, we owe it to Laura binding. The woven cuff, the wireframe pendant, and the herringbone weave. So 3 hours worth of tuition, perfect for your wirework. Even if you've got some of these DVDs, you can gift them away, can't you? Should be £14.85 for all three. Let's bring you a cracking Sunday morning deal. We're going to go straight down to £7.95.
Brilliant.
Well, one DVD is usually £4.95. Pauline in Cheshire has messaged in saying, sorry, Polly, I beg your pardon. As I am unable to travel, the DVDs are fab for me, and I have so many of them, and have my very own workshop in my living room. Exactly, Polly. At £7.95 as well. I mean, where else in the world can you get DVDs?
You can't.
For £2.65 each.
I think our DVDs are the best training DVDs out there, because what you're getting for the price is phenomenal. Because normally you'd go into a shop somewhere else, you're paying £15 at least to start with.
Absolutely.
For them. Fantastic value. Such a range. We have such a range.
Oh gosh, I've got no idea how many we've got now, but there's tons and tons and tons. And if you've got one of these, there's nothing stopping you swapping it. We'll even do that for you. Well done. Congratulations. We're going to go back to the lovely Alison, because you've done all your tiara twists.
Yep.
And how many have you put on there? The 8.
So I've put 8 on there, and what I've done, and let me undo it. So I've just been pulling it round as I've been going. So putting the next one on and pulling it round, and then I'm going to just close the gap by putting the wire through. Yeah.
Lovely.
So we've now got our first layer. And if you see, I've kind of overlapped them. You don't have to. I just quite like that overlap.
No, I like that as well. Well, that's how flowers are, really, aren't they?
Yeah. Right, so now we're going to do the next layer, which is kind of the same, but closer. So we're going to slide that one down.
So this is the smaller size, the 12mm.
Yeah, so this is the 12mm. So you're kind of going in the gaps and you're going closer down. So I'm putting it behind, coming through, I don't know if you can see that, and then just twisting it a little bit through there, popping up somewhere else. It doesn't have to be up to the next one, because what you'll find is to get them to sit right, you pop up in different places. So I'm only putting 5 on here, and just pop it down, twist it. Because it's the next layer, you don't want as many, so we're just twisting it down. Pop up the next one.
If you had too many, they would look a bit jumbled.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at layered necklaces in the wild, flowers, don't.
Layered necklaces in the wild. Oh, you almost went sort of David Attenborough on us then. And now the layered necklaces. Yeah.
It's that money tree. You're too young for the money tree.
The money tree?
Yeah.
No, what's that?
Not a money tree, a spaghetti tree, wasn't it? He did an April Fool. And because way back when in TV land, before you had the internet and you could look things up, they played an April Fool on the BBC, and they actually said they've discovered that in Italy they're growing spaghetti on trees. And they went out there and they'd actually put a tree.
No, someone didn't seriously fall for that, did they?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, because it was on the BBC, of course you can.
Mind you, if David Attenborough said it to me, I believe anything. To be fair.
Well, exactly.
I would believe anything.
They've had all sorts.
I'm just picturing all these layered necklaces now in the wild. I'm just picturing them. You know, the courtship of these layered necklaces.
But if you think about it, if you're doing a floral necklace piece,
yeah,
then that's what you're doing. You're layering up the flowers from nature and putting them on a chain. Of
course you are. Yeah, of course you are.
That's what I meant.
It's me. It's not you. It is me.
So we've popped those on.
Love it. We've got a couple of text messages for you, Alison. That looks beautiful, like it is.
Yeah.
Fiona in Warwickshire. Hello to you. Morning, girls.
Morning, darling.
This is our resin guest designer, Fiona, by the way. Morning. Love that big impact, Alison. Thank you, Elle, for bringing Alison to JM. If you hadn't, we may never have met. Oh, and you're good pals as well, aren't you?
I know. We all three of us, me, Sammy and Fiona, say the best thing we've had from JM has been finding each other as friends. Found some amazing friends. Obviously, we love all the gemstones.
Obviously, and what you do and everything. But yeah, friendship, well, that's one of the most important things in life, isn't it? Kimberly in Tyne Wear said, I received Beading 2 and the new channel setting DVD yesterday, and I have watched them 3 times already. Fab for newbies. There we go. Thank you, Kimberly. Our DVDs are absolutely incredible. And believe me, I've watched hours worth of DVDs, hours worth of them. Just quickly, before you go any further, because I've got this and I've never seen it previously before. Could you put that flower on here?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You could wire that onto there. Let me take the wire through. Yeah, absolutely you could. And what I'd do is I'd go through some of the base ones to actually firm it up there.
Yes.
Absolutely you could. That'd be amazing.
Have you ever seen this before?
No.
Isn't it beautiful?
Look at the depth of it.
Back in stock, straight down, £6.95. Wow. It's silver plated onto your brass. I mean, that's a lot of brass. It's really substantial. And when it comes to bangles, right, hang on a second, I'm just going to get on my soapbox a minute. When it comes to bangles, you need it to have a weight and a substance behind it. The reason why I'm on my soapbox is because I used to sell jewellery, and I have done for many, many, many years in different establishments. It's pointless buying a bangle which is hollow. Absolutely pointless. The reason for that, and I used to almost, well, I don't think I'd have been doing my job right if I didn't sort of say, look, I understand it's going to cost more money, but if you can afford something which is more solid, because our arms, our wrists, this is where you bang a lot, you put your hands down, one dent, it's irreparable. You can't suck it out. No. It's irreparable, so you'll always have that dent. This is a solid brass bangle, so it's made to last, it's made to wear with that silver plating over. There we are, soapbox over. Just wanted to say, just because, I'm saying it from experience because I've done it myself. It's irreparable at that point. £6.95.
That's fabulous. And that looks amazing. The first thing you see is the thickness, the depth of it.
Yeah, you do.
It's brilliant.
Just how substantial it actually is. I'd wear it like this.
Yeah, you certainly could. You could probably stamp on it.
You could probably stamp on it.
Yeah. You could probably F-colour on it if you were Fiona as well.
Yes. I don't think there's many things you couldn't do with this.
Brilliant. You could completely wrap it if you wanted to. You could add flowers to it. These would most certainly sit on it.
You can feel the quality as well. I mean, I was making that noise. You can feel that. You can hear it, can't you? There we are. I just wanted to bring that in because I think it would look amazing with this kit. Yeah. So back to, so you've finished with all your 12mm abalones now.
Yeah. Those were both sizes, sorry. So you had 8 of the 12mm and 5 of
the second layer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've picked a spinel that's going to fit in there nicely.
And with that graduation you can choose, can't you?
Yeah. So if you slide it down, but you don't want to take it all the way to the bottom, you want to take it slightly less so that you get it so that it sits across, if that makes sense. Can you see that? So, and then what I've done is go up and around, and this just helps firm up your flower a little bit just by feeding it around and sets it in place. And then, to show that spinel off, because it gets a little bit lost in the middle, we're just going to wrap the wire.
And kind of bezel set it, aren't you?
Yeah, you're just going to try kind of wrap it around several times and just keep pushing that down a little. It's not going to have anything bash against it because it's sitting on the inside, and it just actually really lifts the centre.
It really does, and makes it obviously a flower.
Yeah.
I'm thinking this neckline piece now,
Yeah.
Alison, and then I'm not afraid to wear big jewellery.
Yeah.
Can I borrow that a second?
Yeah, yeah. Hope so.
Bear with.
Wow, that's a big earring.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. On a stud, would you be having that on a stud or a clip-on?
Either or.
You can get those these days.
They look fab.
They would look
as
fab.
earrings.
They look fab in your hair. I could imagine it on a choker as well.
Yeah, that'd be lovely on some lace, black lace would look lovely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely incredible. And then you've literally just, well, you've repeated this process?
Yeah, so on my long bit, I've started the next one. Now, when you get to the back, so you end up with, I've added another one on and then added some more wire. So you just create more of these, and then all these tails you just wrap on the back. If I can borrow the back of that one, thank you. So all I've done is literally these pieces along the back I've just intertwined.
Yeah.
And then that gives you a really solid base for it. Now you can leave it so that it's a bit flexible, or you can make it a little bit more rigid, and that's really up to you.
Whichever you actually find more comfortable, I suppose, or whichever you what kind of look you want to create. That's beautiful, absolutely stunning. And like I said earlier on, those bib style necklaces are really, really, really on trend right now. Look at the colours. It's that's I love that necklace, and I again would buy that necklace.
Yes, well, I think I would, and like, it goes against the grain because I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
But the top ones I've just done a single layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 7.
Yeah.
So they kind of graduate. So these are slightly smaller, that's bigger.
Love
and
it.
then that's smaller again.
I'd not noticed that. Thank you so much, the gorgeous Alison. We've got more from Alison at 10 o'clock. Well, you'll be with me throughout the course of the morning, won't you? It's time. It is time. The only ever in the history of Jewellery Maker. Fiona's watching. Let's go this way. The only strand of blue zircon that we have here at Jewellery Maker and have ever had at Jewellery Maker in the history of 5 years. Now. Those who think, okay, zircon, I know zircon. I know it's 4.5 billion years old. I know that it comes from different locations around the world, Cambodia, Sri Lanka, Africa. It's a gemstone which I actually label as the beginning of beauty, because this gemstone started its journey the moment that Earth began to spin. It comes in an array of colours. You can actually get zircon in colourless. You can have it in champagne tones. You can get it in cognac tones. But the world's most sought after and popular colour is your blue. It's a celeste heavenly blue which absolutely dazzles. Now we only have 11. Just to give you a heads up, be on those phone lines as soon as you possibly can. As soon as you possibly can. I don't know when I'm going to be able to bring you this gemstone again. I really, really don't. If you've got any questions, do get in touch with me. I have got no hesitation in suggesting that if you get this home and you've never experienced blue zircon, well, I know many of you won't have done, especially if this is the only place that you source your gemstones, because we've never had it previously before. I had the honour and privilege of actually launching our blue zircon on Rox TV, and it was an entire sellout. Natural colour. This is not irradiated or treated in any way, shape or form. Ceylon zircon as well, so coming from Sri Lanka. This doubly refractive gemstone brings you astonishing amounts of fire. Can you see those spectrums of colours? Look at the quantity already. Almost 50% of the quantity has already gone. Massive congratulations to you, Jackie, Mary, Amanda, Christina, Margaret. You've done it. Well done, ladies. And also, who's just joined that? Teresa.
Fiona.
We should be. 73.95.
If you're there, Fiona.
Fiona's going to have, she's going to be up against it, I think. We should not be price slashing this. It's the only strand of blue zircon that we have ever had. It's going to be a straight battle between who checks out first. Claire, you've done it. Diane, you've done it. Kathy and Chris, you're very close. Angela, you've done it. Who just got that last one? Joe? I've got one remaining. One remaining. Who's got that? I don't know. Well done, Margaret, Christine, Joanna, Amanda, Teresa, Mary, Jackie, Joe, Diane, Claire and Angela. Can I just finish one sentence that I was just saying? I launched this gemstone on Rocks TV and it was back approximately 2 years ago. We might well have brought it, they might well have brought it since then. It's the first ever entire sellout of a showcase, this gemstone. So hopefully that tells you and indicates just how desired this gemstone is. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, let's bring you another. I can't believe we price slashed that, Martha.
It's like blue. It's like blue diamonds.
It's better than blue diamonds in my eyes.
It just reminded me, you know.
Now I've got a few minutes to bring you this opportunity. Ceylon zircon, blue zircon. I mean, that's the most sought after colour in the world of that gemstone. To the most sought after location and source of turquoise because of its energy, its vivacity of colour. Tell you what, Jewellery Maker buying team, round of applause, because we've just brought you, or we are just bringing you, 2 stunning strands which are just the pinnacle of quality. The pinnacle of quality. Totally and utterly natural. If you're wondering what that I is in brackets, we need to have a word about this actually. It's not irradiated. It's not you don't irradiate turquoise. This will be waxed. This will be waxed and waxed only. It's basically about polishing the surface of the gemstone. So this is natural, it's not dyed in any way, shape or form. Gorgeous steps of colour here. 40 carats of your Sleeping Beauty turquoise. It's famed and celebrated for its energy and its intensity of colour. You have those stunning matrices. You have got a gemstone here which is so sought after that millions was invested by Tiffany's & Co. Of turquoise for obvious reasons. Obviously their branding is this exact colour pretty much, so they invested heavily in turquoise, particularly in this location obviously, but it's a gemstone which is very shallow mined, so it's not like tanzanite where you can actually sort of dig deep once it starts actually sort of depleting. It's all very shallow surface. Now I love this picture. This is actually showing you why it's called Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Can you see? There she is lying. Her profile. She's even got sort of the nose, the lips, the neck, the mouth, and the ample bosom. That's why it's called Sleeping Beauty turquoise, is because of the dramatic landscape, which is reminiscent of that Disney character. $44.95. This has only been within our vault for a small period of time. Not $44.95. We did say we were going to price slash it a third off, £15, $29.95 for natural, genuine Sleeping Beauty turquoise. These are faceted to perfection, 18 centimetres and absolutely jam-packed on here. These, with any of your coloured findings, I would certainly be inclined to use your precious metals. I would certainly be inclined to use these alongside maybe, you know, your sterling silver or even your gold. It's high-end and it's intense. Turquoise is a globally recognised gem, but Sleeping Beauty turquoise, it's like your D to your diamond, you know, it's the best colour. It's like a quad A to a tanzanite. It's the best colour because of its energy. At different locations, for example, Tibetan turquoise, I absolutely love, but it's a slightly more greenish colour rather than a blue. If you love that definite bluish dominance, I suppose, then it is Arizona Sleeping Beauty turquoise all the way. I've been lucky enough to go to Arizona. I went there once on holiday, and that scenery that you're seeing behind me is very much what it actually looks like. It's very arid, it's very dramatic, very dramatic, very rich in copper as well. So this gemstone is often actually found alongside copper mines. Absolutely fabulous. But there will come a time, and I actually predict it's going to be in the foreseeable. It's only my opinion, so I can't say it's absolutely true. I don't know for certain. But like I said earlier, because it is is very shallowly mined. I think there's going to come a time very shortly where Sleeping Beauty turquoise is totally and utterly deplete. Currently, supply is good. Supply is good, but the price is massively escalated. Those of you that are with me on the web, do check out as soon as you can, because it is busy, busy, busy this Sunday morning. And I'm not surprised when we're bringing you the likes of Salon Zirkon, sold out by the way, all gone, and Sleeping Beauty turquoise of this incredible quality. What's this going to go with that I've got coming your way for the rest of the show? Well, what doesn't it go with? I have to bring that Zirkon back in. Sorry, sold out, but I have to show it with you. Oh, Martha has got her eye on this strand. It is the studio sample. I tell you what, yeah, it is a little bit about Gary today, all the blues. If you wondered who Gary is, it's the unborn baby. It's Gary. My friend's Keith, she's pregnant as well, and she rather than Peanut or Bump, hers is Keith. So I was Gary. And it's kind of stuck, really. It has kind of stuck. Look at the tanzanite that we've got coming up later on.
Wow.
Yeah. An intensity of colour. Yeah. How about with the opal that we brought earlier on? Oh, that would look amazing, wouldn't it?
Fabulous.
Just incredible. It is a morning of blues, isn't it?
And no Dion.
And no Dion, absolutely. I think Martha's trying to tell me something. Yeah, Martha. You want to do pinks next week? Either or.
That's all right, I'm not on next week.
Are you not a pink girl? Oh, I'm a pink girl. I like pinks. I like blues as well. Sorry, I've got to go. Anyway, we've got more coming up, more star buys, more opportunities. That tanzanite, mega opportunities and amazing bundles this morning. Don't go anywhere.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register. Once you've filled in the required details, you can start shopping. You can watch the show by clicking on the Watch Live Show button on the homepage. You can also use our quick search tool and narrow down your results. Once you have found an item that you like, simply click on the Add to Basket button and you can continue shopping or check out right away. Don't forget, you can add as many items to your basket per day for only 1 P&P. Enjoy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Tanzanite is truly spectacular. This precious gemstone is only found in one location in the world, Tanzania, Africa. Claimed to be 1,000 times rarer than diamonds, Tanzanite is the blue variety of zoisite. Tanzanite is extremely popular due to its trichroic nature, which means that 3 different colours can be seen when looking at the gem from different angles. In Tanzanite's case, these colours are blue, pinkish violet and yellow. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back, everyone. Nice to have your company this morning. My name's Elena. I'm joined by Alison. Hello. How are you, gorgeous?
All right, thank you.
Lovely to have your company, as always. Your kit that's coming up in the next hour, it is one of the biggest savings that we have ever seen. And it has got exclusively wire. But we are not just talking 1 or 2 spools here. I've never seen a kit with that much wire before.
Not me.
I mean, they're the 100 metres and 50 metre reels.
50, yeah, 50. There's a lot of wire there. That's good. Trust me, when the package arrived, my husband phoned me up because he works from home and said, there's a large box that's really heavy arrived from you.
Yeah. There's 3, 6, 9, 10 spools of the big wire, all different gauges, all different colours coming up. And I was looking on Facebook the other day, and there was a comment on there saying, JM, have you got a shortage of wire? Yeah, we might have a shortage of wire. It's because it's reserved for this morning's show. So, there we go. What are you whistling at now?
Nothing to do with me.
Nothing to do. It is solely to do with you.
I have done 2 shows without wire, so I think I'm allowed. They've saved it all up and given me today.
We can't starve Alison Tarry of wire, can we?
Not forever, no.
No. We've got tanzanite coming up as well in the 10 o'clock. Is it 10 o'clock hour, did you say? Just amazing. It's coming up at 10 a.m. precisely, actually. We know that this gemstone, the more intense those colours are, the more valuable the gemstone is. We don't grade our tanzanite here, but I know you have got full capability of being able to go, right, to me that is, I don't know, AA, AAA, Quad A blues. Exceptional depth of colour with this strand. It's brand new in, it's never previously been seen before. Can I just show you just one on this strand, and this isn't one of the biggest either. I would buy it for this gemstone alone, just one of these gemstones on its own. Look at that intensity of blue. Look at that amazing intensity of blue. That's everything that tanzanite aspires to be. I would buy it for this on its own, but look at the size of every single one of these gorgeous faceted briolette cuts, all demonstrating, and again, look at that intensity of colour. You can single them out. This is really, really exciting launch. It's coming away at 10 o'clock, not available for pre-order. We have got a good quantity of these, haven't we, Kim? But I actually think this is going to be an on and gone, sold out in one day, so don't think about this. I can guarantee that this is going way under £50, way under £50. But let's get this morning underway, shall we? I'm joined by the lovely Kimbo. How are you doing, Kimbo? You had lots of sleep last night, didn't you? She says, I feel even more tired.
Too much sleep's not good for you, you know.
Oh, see, well, don't say that, because I sleep loads. I sleep loads and loads and loads and loads and loads.
I see, I don't sleep much. If I have too much, I'm terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I love my sleep. I love my sleep. Anyway, let's get this morning underway, shall we? With one of the most beautifully feminine gemstones. This, if you got the blue opal earlier on, will be absolutely stunning. March's birthstone. A gemstone which is, yeah, of course, graded on its colour. You want it to have that definite sky blue. So imagine looking up at the sky with maybe the occasional cloud, and it's sort of warming your skin. That sort of perfect summer's day. That's what aquamarine aspires to be. The depth of tone is what is significant when it comes to aquamarine, rather than your saturation. That's the level of darkness or lightness. You have definitely got the perfect level of tone coming your way in this stunning example. A huge amount of carat weight. It's 115 carats of natural aquamarine. Oh, sorry, beg your pardon. This has been heat treated, which is not unusual. Just to elevate it somewhat, just to enhance that clarity and that internal brilliance. Never be deterred by treatment of a gemstone. Most of the gemstones will actually undergo some form of treatment. It's no different. This is the way I always look at it. It's no different to ladies like you and I getting up in the morning, putting a brush through our hair, maybe putting a little bit of lippy on. You're making the most of what you got. You know, that's basically what your gemstones do as well. It's encouraging, bringing out their underlying beauty. You've got almost a metre here, and this is coming your way at a fabulous introduction, a fabulous Sunday morning deal. We should be bringing this to you, however, at £7.95. That's very good. £7.95. Never mind that. This is why I was saying you're going to want to add it to your order. Under £5 for Aquamarine.
Wow. Wow.
I'm just thinking. Aquamarine, the world knows. We do recognise it, don't we? My local jeweller, which I've got to go to soon actually because I need to get something resized, but next time I'm in that jeweller, and I'm very good friends with them, by the way. You know, I've actually spoken to them and advised them about tanzanite, saying that they should be putting their prices up, and told them I always keep them up to date. I'm going to look at the aquamarine pieces of jewellery that they have in their establishment, and I highly, highly doubt there's going to be anything in those premises at less than 3 figures. I highly doubt that. Under £5 for genuine gemstones, for one of the world's most recognised genuine gemstones. I mean, that's a no-brainer. What I call a no-brainer, Alison. You just think, oh, do you know what, I'll have it at that price.
Absolutely, it's a no-brainer. It could be used for so much. We're going back to the ballerinas.
Yes.
Perfect ballerina dresses.
It's that lovely, beautiful blue colour, isn't it? Baby blue colour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stunning. And like I said, I think you're going to be seeing a lot of aquamarine pieces of jewellery over 2016. Felicity, Carol, I'm not surprised you're buying more than one of these. Peter, Worcestershire, hello to you. Alice, hello to you. Diane and Tina. A great giftable opportunity, great for tiaras, great for bridal pieces of jewellery, because it is that kind of, you know, if you singled them out, they would look almost colourless, wouldn't they, with a delicate tinge of blue, which would just be amazing. Leave those with you. Congratulations to you. Moving on to, is it, we're going straight into a star buy. I knew this morning was jam-packed. I knew this morning was jam-packed, but we've only done one auction so far, and we're straight into a star buy. Okay. I'll let you into a secret. This star buy has been very much under, I guess, what's the expression? Hidden. Basically, is it under darkness?
In the auctions, they call them a sleeper. It sneaks in.
We've been hiding this. Kim and I haven't been able to speak about it once. True. We've been like, Kim was saying to me yesterday, when she was sat at her computer desk, remember, Elle, we've got that. But she can't actually say what it is, because other people in the team would go, how have you got that? I want that. They think it was favouritism. So this has been very much hush, hush, hush. I can say it now because there's no going back. We've got a sheet of solid sterling silver coming your way as a star buy, and it's up next. True story. Like literally, Kim and I, we haven't spoken about it at all, have we? We've kind of winked at each other a lot, and we've kind of sort of signalled to each other we knew that this was coming this weekend. I couldn't put it on my Facebook page. Believe me, I would have done, because otherwise. Other team, and I'm sorry, fellow colleagues, but we had to keep this because if it wasn't us, it would have been you. So there we go. All's fair in love of beautiful silver. We have less than 50 of these available, so that's the only negative in this case. Less than 50 of these available. It's simply not enough of these to go around. And Alison, it's one of the most substantial pieces of silver that I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've not seen a sheet like that. To be fair, I don't work a lot in sterling. That's stunning.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, I just want to take that and go.
Do you know, can you imagine? I mean, the cost to buy this on its own. I have, and I bought it many years ago, but I have a Gucci pendant, which is on a long neckline piece, pure silver, nothing else in it, and it has it's like a big teardrop, I suppose, and it's got the branding on the front, obviously the 925 stamp. And it's weighty. It is really, really weighty. I've got to be careful with it because it does really bang your chest. In actual fact, it is there's so much silver in it. I'm actually sort of thinking the gram weight that you've got here has got to be very, very similar. And I know, I bought that when I was probably in my early 20s. I'm going back. It was a 3-figure price tag. I mean, you're paying as much for the brand itself, but it's the precious metal. You can see the gram weight, and it is average, obviously, but 50 grams of sterling silver. I'm going to show you the profile first, so you can actually see the thickness, the level that you're going to get here. How much, for those of you that work with sterling silver, would you actually expect to pay for a sterling silver pendant? So there's that thickness, 1 millimetre gauge, so it's really substantial. I can't physically bend it myself. You know, it's substantial. And then look, I've also just put my fingerprints all across. This could obviously be cut down, and I would certainly be doing that. Look at the quality of your sterling silver, that beautiful lustrous sheen. Already, I know there's interest. We've got less than 50 of these available. My only wish is that we had more, Kim. My only wish. I don't think that there will be a single one of these available come the end of this auction. I don't. If there is, obviously we will recap it, but I really don't think there will be. The quality is just beautiful. If I turn it over like so, you can actually see there the actual 925 stamp, so you can see that it is the precious metal. You can see the rarity, you can see the content of it. I want you to physically feel it, because when you get this home and you physically feel just how substantial, because I've seen sterling silver sheets previously before, but they've been much thinner basically, and I've been able to physically actually bend them. These, or this rather I should say, is
brilliant.
It's not going anywhere. You're going to need, I would actually get hold of this, even if you've never done your silver working before, and you could take it to a jeweller to actually work with.
Well, you could. Oh, Sammy's done a show with it.
There we go.
With the sterling silver, and it wasn't too long ago. It was in the last month, I think, and she made some amazing pieces out. And it was she got a lot out of that sheet.
I don't know if it had been this sheet, but it might have been something similar.
Yeah.
You do get a lot, don't you?
She got a lot out of it.
I bet you. I'm pretty certain. If you think just like maybe, I don't know, 5 millimetres across and maybe an inch down, that would be a stunning sterling silver pendant. And look how little you've used. And I'm absolutely certain that you would ask, if you're as a retailer, a price point which is much higher just for a small section of this sheet. 76 millimetres, and it is 1 millimetre thick as well. Really substantial. Straight away, Clare in Surrey, West Midlands, Northumberland, Christine and Norfolk. I know that if we were to play this a little bit later on in the day, and if it is still available, we will recap it obviously. Our guest designers will be getting involved on this as well. I'm guessing some of them are having a little bit of a lie-in this morning, because I'm thinking our guest designers will be all over it as well. Now, the quality, the rarity of this beautiful precious metal, solid 925 sterling silver, yet you can create some fantastic, very simple, classic and so contemporary pieces with this. You can punch into it. You can certainly have it engraved without shadow of a doubt. The world is your oyster, and it's coming your way at a price point which is inconceivable. I don't know if you could even buy this gram weight, and it's on the bottom of your screen. The average is 50 grams, £64.95. The average gram weight. So it is a substantial piece of precious metal. When I was over in Jaipur, when I was actually sort of in one of the jewellery houses over in Jaipur, and I was looking at the transition from something like this into, you know, cast pieces of jewellery. You buy your golds, your silver, your platinum in bars. You do actually buy them in bars, and I was holding them, and you think, gosh, the weight behind it. And they would have been thousands of pounds. You can really feel just how substantial. And this is like holding a wad of cash. You do, it's the same thing.
It is. It's a chunk of money, that.
It's a chunk of money.
Yeah. And what I would say is, if you're going to get it and you're not sure how to do it, I would draw around that, and I would plan what I was going to do on it to make the most of it. But keep all your little bits. And if you've got something that'll take the heat, melt them all down. Absolutely. And you can make some really lovely random shaped pieces of jewellery.
Yeah,
if you melt all the bits together and you just get this blobby jewellery.
Nothing's ever wasted when it comes to sterling silver, because it is all, I mean, if you did waste it, you're throwing away money, because the actual metal itself, if you think when it's mined, it comes out of the ground in tiny, tiny fragments, doesn't it? And then it's obviously formed into these beautiful sheets. Leave that with you. Well done to those of you that were successful. I'll recap it at the end, a little bit later on in the show, see if there is any. Now, big, beautiful examples of your abalone. Now, if you didn't get it in the kit, or maybe you want to add to your kit, or maybe you're thinking, I love abalone, but I do just want the abalone, then here's your chance to do that. They're ever so slightly bigger. So in the first kit, in the kit you had 12mm and 14mm. Yeah. These are 16mm in their size. So they are big, beautiful, substantial abalones. Look at those glimmering gleams of colour. It's a gemstone which we absolutely adore, and we always will adore.
We will. I want to add it to the kit because I want to make one really big flower.
I'd want to add it to the kit as well.
And have just one, maybe as a brooch on a lapel.
Well, we were talking about that suite, weren't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be fabulous if it was in a suite. I will count them on this as well, because it's a long strand of the 16mm shapes, and they are double-sided. So if you wanted to make earrings, they'd be perfect. You've got, gosh, very purpley one here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Can I just show you that one? It's really caught my attention. I love that about this gemstone, is just one will... Now, it doesn't look purple there, but in the studio it's massively purple. That's why I adore the fact that is it on that side? There we go. That's what I was referring to. I was like, where's that purple gone? But they do change, don't they? Do metamorphose. That's stunning. Real intensity. We've got multi-buyers, I'm not surprised. Angelina, Claire, Liz, Leslie Ann, hello to you, Diane, hello to you, Jeanette, Ruth, hello to you, Norfolk, Hilary, Deborah, West Sussex, you're with me as well. Alison wants to add it to the kit. She says, I want to create one big statement floral, like a brooch. Brooches are really back in fashion now, aren't they?
And with the copper, with some copper wire, making some leaves and have that as a brooch.
With your next kit. I would be thinking with the wire.
Oh, yeah, with the turquoise. I'd put it with the turquoise and the chartreuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it would look fabulous with that. Yeah, just imagine one big, with your pashmina or something like that, one big abalone brooch with 16mm hearts like this. Fabulous to sort of create your floral designs, or just leave them as they are. There's that shift of colour, there's all those different tones and variations. There's one strand on the web. Is it, what size? They're oval, so a different shape, but they're $19.95. Oh, and there's one, by the way, in stock. Just one.
That's very helpful.
This is an introductory, brand new strand. Not $19.95. $9.95.
Wow. Wow.
That's a big deal, isn't it? That is a really big deal of abalone.
Yeah, absolutely.
This gemstone is so exciting. Even when people don't know what it is, it's obvious that it's Mother Nature. Yeah. It's obvious that it's a genuine gemstone. It's obvious that it is natural, I think, just by visually looking at it. It'd be very hard to replicate this kind of gem. But even when somebody doesn't know what it is, you know, somebody might go, oh, well, it's shell, which, strictly speaking, it is, I suppose, but it's a very beautiful type of shell. But it has that draw, doesn't it? It really has that attraction. If you imagined yourself sort of walking down, I don't know, any street where you walk past a high-end or a boutique jeweller's and you saw abalone created into some sterling silver, a stunning sort of bespoke piece of jewellery, you wouldn't expect a price tag like this, obviously, but it's a gemstone which does have that real draw. It's that gemstone which kind of has got a magnetic force behind it.
Absolutely, and I think it's down to that play of colour you get, which is absolutely amazing. You just get this complete rainbow effect.
Absolutely. $9.95. How many did I count on that strand? Can you remember? I can't remember how many I counted. It was 20-something.
26.
Was it 26 or 24? I'll do it
24.
again just quickly. Just quickly. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. There we go. 26 divided by £9.95. That's 38 pence per gemstone. If you think, you know, one of those, they're substantial enough to carry just a single abalone with a beautiful bail. And that's cost you, what, 38 pence?
Yeah.
I mean, it's tiny amounts of money, isn't it, for a beautiful and attractive gemstone. There's so many of you there. Have we still got quantity there, Kimbo? There is still quantity, but I can see lots of you there and lots of you choosing to multi-buy. Why wouldn't you? We have one strand of abalone on our website. They are a different shape. They're actually ovals, and there is only one of those available. It's £19.95. Still an amazing deal. And this is half that price. Absolutely fabulous. Well done. Moving on. I need to move on to a stunning charm.
Ooh.
Where did you say, sorry? Oh, I've never seen one like this before. I want this. I want this, I want this, I want this. When did we get these?
Oh. Oh. That's gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous? I want it on my charm bracelet. That's beautiful. Oh, look at the faceting as well.
Wow.
It comes with two charms, really. It's your droplet charm, which has got a clear quartz, stunning faceting. Can you see that?
I love the little heart.
Yeah, the little heart on there as well. That does move. So even if you wanted to take that off, you absolutely can. What you can't see is that kind of sort of wax cone effect bail. What you can't actually see, let me just try and turn it like so. Can you see how it almost has got a helter-skelter effect? There's a slight bezeling all the way around, so it's replicating the faceting of the gemstone also. This is beautiful. The lobster class is 12 by 8 millimeters, solid sterling silver. That's amazing. I want this. Have we got many of these, Kim? 24. It was launched. Who launched this? I'm kicking myself that I missed it. Becky, I'm kicking myself that I missed out on this charm. The first person, Jenny, you just bought 3 of these. Yeah, what a lovely gift idea.
2 earrings and a pendant.
2 earrings and a pendant, yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it perfect if you're a ready-made, you know, if you're an experienced jeweller, because you can add them to so much. But also if you're just starting out, they're great. And I would actually, if I was going to have 2 earrings and a pendant, then I've got 3 lobster claw clasps as well to use elsewhere with sterling silver.
It's not wasted, it's your precious metal. Kathy, Mary, Julie, Marilyn and Jenny's just decided, you know what, I'm going to buy 6. Jenny, I don't blame you, lovely. Oh, no, sorry, I beg your pardon, changed your mind. But you are multi-buying, definitely. You can't decide how many you want to get yet, and I get that. Almost half the stock has already gone, though, so it's going to be a case of we might have to make the decision for you, obviously, with the stock. We should be bringing this to you at $12.95. I want it. I know I shouldn't say I want, that's not polite, but...
Look at that, that's so pretty. And with those facets as an earring, that is so going to catch the light.
Oh, it's going to really sparkle.
So, I mean, sparkling from over here. So pretty.
I'm not going to say all the things about, you know, your charm shops and what they sell fake synthetic gemstones at. This is a genuine faceted gemstone, which is what we call a concave briolette cut. So you get that fabulous, it's kind of like a mirror reflection of all of those facets. It's really going to play with the light. Crystal clear clarity, otherwise you wouldn't get a concave cut, which hasn't got, you know, which isn't of this quality. Absolutely incredible. Betty, you've done it. Marilyn, you've done it. I've got Edwina, Susan and Angela, very, very, very close. And congratulations to you. I'm joining you, ladies. Stop permitting. The moment my little feet can carry me out of the studio, come the strike of 1 o'clock today, I'm buying one of these, stop permitting. So it's, if it's not you, it's me. It is. We've got less than 10 left. Less than 10 left. Why wouldn't they sell out? These are faceted to perfection.
I know, and the price. The price is
I'd pay
ridiculous.
that for the shepherd hook and just the heart.
Yeah, and they're perfect, like I said. And if you did want to use it as a bag charm, I think they're too pretty to use as a bag charm. It's definitely jewellery.
I would say definite jewellery. I would personally put this on.
Yeah.
Either my charm bracelet or as a pendant. That's personally what I would do. It's going to go. Well done. Well done, well done. I'm a little bit jealous. No, in fact, I'm a lot jealous. I'm not going to pretend. I am very jealous. That's beautiful. Well done, well done. Sorry, Kimber, I wasn't even listening to you then. I was engrossed in this. I wasn't even remotely listening to my producer then. That's terrible, isn't it? I was engrossed in that charm. So lovely. Okay, so who wants to make a charm bracelet with that charm just? Yeah, me too. How about your sterling silver to create that, or maybe to use with your sterling silver sheet that we brought you just? 2 packs of sterling silver findings here. It is a top-up opportunity of your precious metals, and given the fact that we are bringing you very high-end gemstones, all different budgets throughout the course of the morning. We've got tanzanite, you've seen amazing zircon, you've seen we've got iolite coming up, we've got neon apatite coming your way, we've got some really incredible gemstones. You're going to be looking for your high-end findings like so. So you can see you get the double of the chains, you get the double of the head pins, you get the double of the crimp covers, you get your double of your jump rings, shepherd hooks, 4 of your toggle clasps, you've got your crimp covers, it's all there, lots of your sterling silver. So in total you're getting 90 findings, 45 in a pack, 90 findings in total. Beautiful luster, the consistency of colour, which might sound a little bit daft, but actually there are different variations of colour with your precious metals. You've got that consistency, so you know that if you attach your lobster claw to your chain or your jump rings, they are going to be of the same tone, and the same applies with that charm that we've just seen or any other findings that we bring you here. We deliberately source some of the best for you, and also in a bundle like this we'll bring it to you at a super competitive price point. A very good morning to you all, jewellery makers. It's Sunday morning and we are bringing you incredible Sunday morning deals. I'm not sure what Kim's been up to. I mean, all that sleep, Where have you found all these incredible deals from, Kim? The magic cupboard?
Dreaming of them.
Do you know where this magic cupboard is?
No, I think it's next to the spare time tree.
Oh, by that?
Yeah.
By the
Still
spare
looking
time
for that.
tree. And the spaghetti tree?
Oh, and the spaghetti tree, and the money tree.
And the money tree, yeah. I need to find these places.
So do I.
I need to find where they are. Especially this, like the spare money and the spare time tree in particular, and the spare sterling silver finding tree.
Definitely the spare sterling silver tree.
Yeah, I need to find these.
They're always so good to have in your stash.
Yeah.
You know, if you've gone there and oh my gosh, I've forgotten someone's birthday, and they're popping round, you've got a beautiful charm, bit of sterling silver. What a beautiful gift, and it's not taking you forever to do. You know, things like that. Oh, it's fantastic for
Alison.
Yeah.
You can't hear what I can hear.
No.
Neither can you guys at home.
Oh no.
I've just heard where this is going to. Kim, we don't take copper to that price.
Oh. I hope
you would pay this for one of the findings. I think this is roundabout buy one get one free or as good as. Oh gosh, this is low.
Ooh.
That's 19 pence per finding. That right there is it, well, Kim's saying one of the lowest ever prices she's ever done in sterling silver. I think it's got to be the lowest, surely. Oh my goodness, sorry to have sort of let out an involuntary groan at you then, Alison, but
that's all right.
But that's an amazing deal for precious metal.
It is for the both of them. And, you know, because the clasp you've got in there, that's a substantial clasp, the toggle clasp you've got.
Yeah.
And some beautiful chain. And you see, I'd be putting that with the sterling I can't say that this morning.
Sterling silver sheet?
Sterling silver sheet.
Absolutely. That's a lot of S's to get your tongue around, isn't it? I totally agree. Yeah.
Make some little charms out of it.
Amazing deal. I'm not surprised we're inundated. Muriel, Angela, Janet, hello to you. Lancashire, Doreen, Shirley, Beverly, hello to you. Linda, Marilyn, Lynette, Sandy, Yvonne, Valerie, Claire, Glynis, Christine, Shropshire, well done to you. Eileen, Muir. I don't think I've ever brought a double opportunity of precious sterling silver at less than £20 before. I don't think I have. I highly doubt I have, and I highly doubt I'm ever going to be able to do it again. Never say never, obviously, but I mean,
that's a good buy.
That's a really good buy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, do you get that sense of achievement when you've made a really amazing purchase and you've been a bit of a savvy shopper?
Yeah.
You know, and you kind of got that swag about you then, haven't you? Just like, yeah, I just got that for an amazing deal. You might have just got, you know, spent as much as what you would have done originally, but you've got loads of them. Like, that's what I would be doing. But it's savvy shopper swag. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think you've all got to be doing a little bit of a swag dance right now. The quality of that, a swag dance, yeah. I think, Wes, you need to come up with that.
A swag dance?
Yeah. I think you need to come up with that. You do look a bit street dancery today.
That's the look I was going for. Yeah.
Is that the look you were going for? Martha and I were saying you look a little bit, a bit like EMF.
Yeah, I don't know who they are.
You don't know who EMF are?
No.
You actually, I don't know if you will like them because you're really into your Beatles and everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
I liked them. If you're a 90s child, you'll definitely like them.
Oh.
Well done. Stay where you are on those phone lines. Okay, moving on. A little bit of an introductory. Are we going into the wire? Just ahead of your kit. And the DVDs. Alison's DVDs. I love this colour combination.
Yeah.
Look at these. All the wire, if you're wondering where it's all been, it's in today's show. It's in today's show because we are absolutely surrounded by wire today. So I know it seemed like it's been a bit of a shortage. It's because we've been squirreling it away for today's show. Now you have got here your 0.8mm in your fuchsia, and there's 50 meters of that. Your chartreuse, which is that lovely green, 50 meters, and that's your 0.8, and then also your pink at the bottom, 0.8, 50 meters of. So 0.8. Perfect for structure.
Yep, great for structure, makes great rings, brilliant for prong setting because it's that little bit more delicate than the one. So if you're doing the smaller cabochons and things, it's brilliant for that. But it's still a lot more malleable than the one, so you know it's easier to use for a lot of people. Love it.
This is going to be one of the biggest savings of the morning so far. No, it is going to be the biggest saving in the morning so far, and it's going to be one of the biggest savings of the day. 2 DVDs also included, Alison's wire sculpture, and also your wire brooches. So 0.8 for wire brooches.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because you can actually create even the pin with it, can't you?
Oh yeah, you'd have to hammer the pin.
Yeah.
But you can create for the pin, especially if you've got a looser knit. So you're not having to jab it through.
Yeah.
You know.
You don't want a really thick pin with a brooch, do you? Because it does then, you know, it damages your clothing. So the 0.8 would be absolutely perfect for that. So 2 DVDs and 150 meters of your beautiful colour tones of wire here. Make along with the lovely Alison. I love that. There's your butterfly. So stunning. Look at that brooch. And we were only just talking, weren't we, Alison, saying that brooches are really, really, really coming sort of back into trend. Sort of a vintage sense of style is coming back, and this is absolutely perfect. Very ornate swirls and swathes which you can create beautifully with all of your wire. One of the biggest savings of the day, and certainly the biggest saving of the day so far. Look at everything that you get. Even if you have got some of the DVDs, even if you've got both of the DVDs, you're going to want to get it for the wire, and vice versa. We only have 30 of these available. That's not nearly enough. Wire is always one of our biggest sellers. It's one of the most popular mediums that we do here at Jewellery Maker, rather that you do, and we supply you with. So it's always sellouts. And if you're wondering where all the wire has been, it's because it's all been squirreled away for today's show. Kathy in Treharris, well done. Cheryl in Cambridge, well done. Again, if you're thinking, well, I've already got one of those DVDs, not a problem, gift them, or even sell them on those auction sites. You can absolutely do that. We haven't got a problem with you doing that, no problem whatsoever. You're going to want to get involved for the wire deal alone. Huge reductions, huge substantial savings. Make those confirmations as soon as you possibly can. If you think about it, we are not just broadcast to the UK. I know it's a Sunday morning, so here in the UK, some people might be having a little bit of a lie-in. We are broadcast globally. We have Belgium, France, Spain, Australia, New Zealand, the USA, all viewing from all different corners of the world. So 30, it's only going to be a matter of time. It's not a case of if it sells out, it'll be a case of when will it sell out. It should be £54.75. How about we give you a saving of a staggering £26.80.
Ooh.
Sorry to sound like a broken record, but I can remember when those 50-metre wires were £21.95. They were, weren't they?
Yeah, that's £13 for each reel of wire, and well, no, it's not. That would be 39. Oh,
that's a big saving, isn't it?
That's £9 each-ish, and 95p for your 2 DVDs.
I remember when those wires were like £20+ on their own, individually. And that was still a really competitive price. We're bringing you all 3 for what I recall, or round about what I recall those prices to be. Alison, Pauline, Sarah, John and Janet, June, you've done it. Weapons, if it's sat in those baskets, it's not going to stay there very long, because 30, like I said, is going to absolutely fly. I did say we're global. Hello to you, Charity Claire in Florida. Oh, I bet it's beautiful in Florida at the moment. It's cold, it's wet, it's windy here in the UK, but I bet you've got some sunshine. Certainly, it's always sunny in Florida, isn't it? Always sunny.
I have no idea.
Oh, gorgeous. I love Florida. Hello to you. Do check out them, my lovely. Do you know what? I love the UK, and I even love the fact that we've got wet and windy weather. We can brighten it with colours of wire like this.
I know that, and they're perfect for the coming seasons.
They
Absolutely perfect.
Chartreuse is one of my favourite colours of wire.
Is it?
This, and we've got some peridot coming up as well. This with the agate that we've got coming up as well. The agate cabochon's brand new. Absolutely incredible. Do stay where you are and make those confirmations again. It's going to be, it is going to be a sellout. Moving on. Do you know, I can't put that all back in. I'm going to have to put it there. There's so much it won't actually fit in. Get started with wire. Should be £44.60. We're putting that straight away because I might be a while. Look at all of this that you get.
Fantastic.
Isn't it? Even bigger saving than the one you've just seen. So you do the maths. Even bigger saving. This is your wire jig. It does come with 2 reels of wire at the back there as well. You've got the silver and the gold colour. You've also got instructions of use. It's very easy. Even I can work with a wire jig. You kind of use your pins a little bit like Battleship, and basically you can create uniform shapes, can't you? Can you remember Battleship? I used to play with that when my mum and dad had a caravan. So it's great for creating consistent S-loops, S-hooks, shepherd hooks.
Links for necklaces. I do a lot of my own links for necklaces, and the jigs are perfect for it.
Perfect, absolutely perfect. You've also got your wire gizmo coiling mechanism, which is great. It's quite obvious this, if I kind of pop it like so. You just twist it round, don't you? You touch your wire and you twist it and you go, and it wraps itself around the actual gizmo and creates fabulous coils. You've got 2 different sizes, so just for demonstrational purposes, I'll pop them both in there so you can actually see. everything that you are getting. You've also got the ring mandrel, which is an absolute essential. I mean, you can't create rings, you can't without a ring mandrel. To have that uniformity of shape, the fact that it has also got all the different sizes. So great way of also, if you're thinking about, if you love jewellery generally and you want to know your ring size, this is what a jeweller would actually use. So it has got the British sizes, so we use the actual letters of the alphabet, but you can very easily translate that if you're watching over in the USA. For example, I think it's a J, which is a size 5. A J is a size 5, a K is a size 6, and so on and so on and so on. So you use these to actually create your rings on. So because it is steel, you can sort of wrap it round. You can hammer onto this as well, can't you, Alison?
Yep.
And comes in, of course, your little pouch. Then you've also got all of these DVDs. Gosh. Massive saving coming your way. In total, 5 DVDs. Let's start off with your wirework edition 1 with the gorgeous Laura binding. 7 different techniques on this DVD, from spiral rings, spiral earrings, tree of life, the herringbone, the wireframe pendant, and the woven cuff. Then you've also got your wire gizmo. So you've got the gizmo tool within this, your wire gizmo projects, and that's that coiling that I was referring to. It's a fabulous. I love gizmo work.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the most. You've done it in your inspiration as well. Done lots of gizmoing, so you'll see it in Alison's design. This actually includes 6 different techniques, approximately an hour on each of these DVDs. Then you've got the infinity pendant. Who's this with? Do we know who? I've not. Is this Laura binding? Or is it Jan?
I don't know, to be fair.
I've not seen this DVD before. I've not seen it. It certainly looks Laura Binding-esque, doesn't it? But then again, it could also be Jan. That's quite Jan too. But you've got 6 different designs on there, adding gemstones, wire weaving, tidying the wires, balancing and finishing. You've got then Gizmo Wireworks Project Editions 2. So taking your Gizmo work a step further. Again, 6 projects on there. And Gizmo Basics. So how you create stunning designs just with that coiling process. So 5 hours approximately of DVDs, tuitions, plus your gizmos, plus your jig, plus your ring mandrel, all coming your way should be at £44.60. But don't forget, we're bringing you the biggest saving of the day so far. Now, I just heard my producer go, oh my goodness. Is that because you're being brave? A £30 reduction.
Go Kim.
Go exactly. The DVDs on their own would cost £25.
No.
They would be £25. I mean, once you've got one mandrel, I don't think, as long as you don't lose it, you never need to replace it.
No. To be fair, I have several. I use them for workshops, but I also have a set of tools on the boat. I have a set of tools in the house, and I have a mobile set of tools.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. The same applies with your jig as well. I'd imagine you've got multiples of those, because you do need a jig if you want to create uniform shape, and your gizmo. I mean, that is one of the simplest ways of creating texture with wire, but one of the most effective.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I love it. What a great gift. You've got wire in there as well. What a great gift.
Absolutely. Fab for starters. Fab for people who run, you know, like a scout or guides, or you know, after school clubs or something like that, a kids craft club. That would be absolutely amazing for it.
Do you know what? Any age, I think, would love this. Yeah, absolutely. You know, kids, adults, either any of your beading groups or anything like that.
I was just going to say that. If you've got a beading group, you can have it there for starters to come in and use.
Let me just, whilst you're all dialing through, gosh, there's loads of you there, I'm going to take out the actual instructions for the wire jig, because it's so easy. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Believe me. It kind of gives you a template. You keep hold of these and you can absolutely use them, or obviously you can, you know, use your own inspiration, your own ideas, but it tells you how to position the pins, how to wrap the wires, and once you're away, aren't you? And if you repeat that process without moving the pins, you're going to get that. There you go. You can create your own templates as well. And if you photocopy these, bit of a tip for you, photocopy these, keep hold of them. Say you've got to recommission something again, which does happen, doesn't it? Oh, I love that. Can you make me one? Then you've already got the blank templates there also. Well done to every single one of you. A £30 saving. A £30 saving, fabulous. Well done. Now, star buys, lots of brand new wins coming your way, lots of big opportunities, including a gemstone we don't get to see every single day, especially in this very distinctive colour. It is the very definition of spring. It is, of course, your Praisolite. Amethyst, a member of the quartz family, comes in various different tones. We know that. You can get pink amethyst, you can get rose de France amethyst, you can get purple amethyst, and you can get bicoloured. And you can also get this stunning Praisolite, also known green amethyst, Praisolite. It's basically the same thing. It's just whatever you prefer to actually call it. But this gemstone is very seldom seen here at Jewellery Maker because it is entirely elusive. If you think about it, it's easier to get the purples stroke pinks because if you think about it, there's so many different variations of those tones. But Praisolite is a very definite, distinctive, spring-like green. Crystal clear clarity you're about to see in this strand, amazing faceting and big individual solitaires. I think that you're going to get hold of this strand and you're going to use it very sparingly, as in one solitaire piece, and create some fabulous creation around it. Maybe a bit like that, like you just saw with that clear quartz charm. One of those suspended, the quality of the faceting, just one of those suspended alongside will absolutely stunning, absolutely stunning. It's brand new. You will see fire within quartz because it is a gemstone which displays that, and you will most definitely see pleochroism. Amethyst is a highly pleochroic gem. With the purples and pinks, you get secondary tones of blues, for example. Sometimes you actually get flashes of a sort of warm reddish tones. With your amethyst, with your Praisolite amethyst, again you'll get those flashes of blues, and again a blush, if you like, coming through. A 22 centimetre strand here. Look at the faceting and look at that gorgeous clarity. The play of light is just absolutely stunning. Can you see why it reminds me of spring?
Yeah, I'm with you totally there. Beautiful for spring, beautiful for weddings, beautiful, like you say, for making drops. Pop it on a head pin. Yeah. Briolet twist it. Tiara twist it. Yeah. Look amazing in tiaras.
Yeah, I was going to say a wonderful bridal tiara or something like that, because it is a very soft, delicate green. Green is a very complementary gemstone, and I'm thinking about you mentioned weddings there. It kind of reminds me of a very relaxed country style wedding. You know, sometimes where you see hocks as the table decoration and things like that. Very relaxed, a sort of country style wedding. This is the colours and tones that I would absolutely love. And again, perfectly bridal. It inspires me, this gemstone. There's those bluish tones that I was referring to. Can you see that secondary hue coming through? It is a very pleochroic gemstone. You will not believe at how low we're taking this introductory price to. Praisolite, very elusive here at Jewellery Maker, and it is around the entirety of the world, yet still very much recognised in terms of its wonderful appearance, because if you can't compare it to any other green gemstone. It's so obviously different to your amethyst or your peridot or your onyx or any other green gemstone. Praisolite has got a real delicacy to it, I suppose. It reminds you of rebirth. It reminds you of sort of fresh and rejuvenated I guess, scenes, etc. Good luck, because straight away we have got collectors on those phone lines. I would be using these personally very sparingly, because even though it has got that very delicate pastel green, I do think it's going to really carry that colour with just the one example of the gem. Elena, hello to you. West Midlands, Sarah, Catherine, Joyce and Peter already with me on the web. I don't know, you can probably see what I can't right now. The fact that there is all web bidders getting involved. Okay, Kim's just said we should be £9.95. I can't believe that we are going lower. I had a heads up. I knew it was going to be an incredible introductory deal. It's in our best interest to give you the best possible deal first time that is on your screens. We don't, you know, obviously every time that it is actually brought to air, it's costing us money. So in our interest to bring it to you at a once on appearance price, that's why and solely why we're bringing it to you at £6.95. I highly doubt we will ever be able to replicate this kind of price point for this kind of quality of Praisalite. How many do we have, Kimbo?
Not enough.
168, exciting for Praisalite. However, it's not going to be enough. It's simply not going to be enough. I'm inundated on the web and loads of you choosing to multi-buy. Why on earth wouldn't you?
Absolutely, that's a stonking price for
£6.95 for
Amazing,
Praisalite.
amazing. And it is that, you hit it spot on. It's that gentle into the season. All the leaves are just coming through in spring and they're all that delicate green before they get the full lot of chlorophyll, and they're all just gently coming in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful with the wire work kit. Absolutely beautiful with your tanzanite.
Yes, it would look lovely with the tanzanite.
It's green, it goes with everything. But
imagine those two together then with some really incredible citrine. That would just be springtime in itself. It's that moment in time, that time of the year where you sort of step outside the door, and there is one morning, isn't there? One morning where it kind of hits you and you go, and the air smells fresh. You might even see, I don't know, little tulip buds coming through, or maybe the odd little daffodil. This is going to be an on and gone. Kim is just confirming, Eleanor, our introductory deal means that it's going to be an on and gone opportunity. I'm not in the least bit surprised. 168 is not nearly enough, especially at that kind of price tag. It's fresh, it's rejuvenating, it's uplifting, but it's subtle at the same time. And it's certainly an incredible deal. Lynette, Diana, Jill, Glamorgan, London, Muriel, Pauline, Leslie, Susan, Heather, hell to you, Beshley, I hope I've said that right, Lancashire, Mark, Yvonne, hello to you, Kathleen, John and Janet, buying 6 of these, well done, Hazel, June, I'm inundated. How are we doing on stock levels, lovely? About 60, so over 100 of these have gone already, and I can see there is masses of these actually being held in baskets, and lots of you also choosing to multi-buy. Telephone bidders, do stay on those phone lines. I don't know when I'm going to bring you Paislite again. I don't know if we've got any in the forthcoming week show. It's not a gemstone that I can go to up to our amazing buying team and say, Paislite? Because they don't tend to have it. You don't see it in kits, do you? You don't see it in even your boutique kits. You don't see it on a regular basis, because it is one of the rarest colours of your amethyst, and it does have to have that amazing clarity. Well done, massive congratulations. We've got a text message coming in from June in Surrey. I bought this last time you had stock, and it is just glorious, so pretty when made up. It must be June, and I bet you wear this in sort of in a couple of months' time. I bet you step out. You know, when you just think, oh, it's that time of year.
It is. I love the shape of them and the way the faceted sit. It's almost sort of a faceted bicone, almost. Yeah. It's sort of a rice bead, but the faceting makes it look amazing.
It's bordering on. It's that cross between, a rice bead, which I hate that expression of cut, but rice bead or a briolette.
Yeah. You've got the sort of briolette point each side, haven't you?
And well, it's 360 degrees, which strictly speaking is what a briolette cut is. So absolutely amazing. $6.95 only. Congratulations to every single one of you. On and gone. Yeah, it's going to be a sellout. Well done, well done, well done. Shall we do a brand new strand of Spinel? We are spoilt this morning. Spoilt.
Absolutely.
Giving you a heads up. If you were thinking, oh gosh, if you've just taken a sigh of relief, you got that Praisalite, well done. You're going to need to be on those tippy toes again, because this is going to make you want to reach the phone lines too. Genuine Spinel. It's coated. Now, again, please don't be deterred by any treatment of gemstones. What's known as a gemstone which was a treatment which was introduced in the 1990s was a form of coating. And it's originated known as the exotic topaz. I don't know if topaz was the very first gemstone, but the exotic treatment was a sort of kaleidoscopic way of giving you all different dispersions of colour within a specific gemstones, which will obviously only magnify it. That was only actually introduced in the 1990s. When you actually coat Spinel, you actually really, really, really magnify the surface lustre, because we know it's not a brilliant as in it's not a clarity gemstone. It's opaque, so you're not going to see internal brilliance. It's all about the exterior of this gemstone. Exterior is really, really important. Now, this is going to be on and gone. Big deal, big savings, lots of glistening sparkle across the surface of them. It is a gorgeous graduation. They're from 5 right the way to up to 8 millimeters, a 22 centimeter strand as well, so it is very, very long. And straight away, lots of you there, I'm not surprised. It's a very beautiful steely black. It's not quite jet black, but it's cross between sort of your Tahitian hue and your Spinel. You're smiling, Alison.
Yeah, my husband laughed at me the other day because I said it's light black.
Light black?
It wasn't that strand, it was a different strand of something else. And I said, oh, it's a light black.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It is grey, but I'm not calling it grey, it's light black.
I wouldn't call it grey.
Because it's
the sheen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the sheen, and it's the sort of thing I would use as a black, but with a softer look.
I totally agree.
Quite so harsh.
We're going to have to bring that price in because straight away, with loads of you there, should be £7.95. Should be. Look at those sparkles. Can you see those hidden sparkly gems inside? It's all down to the Spinel. Should be £7.95. This is what I was saying. You're going to want to be on your tiptoes. Lowest ever price point. £4.95 for genuine Spinel, big sizable Spinel as well. The rarity of this gemstone, just how desired and sought after this gemstone is. I mean, I can reel off some of the biggest jewellery designers in the world. Lorraine Schwartz, Tiffany's & Co, Chanel, Gucci, all choose to use Spinel within their collection. It's adorned by celebrities, Miley Cyrus, Sandra Bullock, Angelina Jolie, as I mentioned previously, our lovely Kate Winslet. Loads of Hollywood A-listers will choose to wear Spinel because it's very, I call it a seductive gemstone. I do think it is quite seducing. It's got a sexy appearance behind it, and again it complements all of your different precious metals. Loads of you are multi-buying, and at £4.95, why on earth wouldn't you? Look at the sheer size of these rounds, and under magnification that we've got here, you see that little bit of sparkle that you get, almost like silver across the surface of them. It's beautiful, and it looks, wait till you get it home. You're only going to be even more delighted. Not just the price point, you're going to be even more delighted when you see the strand. Now we have got so much more to bring you, including inspiration with the lovely Alison. Just to give you a heads up, if you're wondering where all the wire's gone, it's here on the desk, and it's coming up in your next kit with the biggest saving of wire that I've ever seen, and all different gauges coming your way. We have got new ins, don't forget that, and we've also got that tanzanite, brand new opportunities going way, way, way under £50 for, I'm going to say it, I'm going to push it out there. Could it be Quad A? Could it be AAA colours? We don't grade our tanzanite here at Jewellery Makers, but there's that definite distinction of violet blue. It's up after this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we love seeing your jewellery creations, learning about your inspiration and reading your blogs. If you write your own craft or jewellery blog, then we'd love to hear from you. Simply tweet us at jewellery_maker UK with your blog link and we'll be in touch.
Did you know that if you go to jewellerymaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you will receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Okay, now this next opportunity is one certainly for those that want to have the best of the best. And I don't think there's many out there who think, you know what, I'll settle for average. I'll settle for less than average even. Most of us want to get the best that we possibly can. Bang for buck, as the expression goes. Now, I was very honoured and very privileged. Do bear with me in this opportunity. This is, we were just discussing amongst the crew here in the studio, out of all of our years, if you actually combine all of our years of experience of working in gemstones, this and here at Jewellery Maker, I think this is one of the best that you've ever seen. I was very fortunate and privileged to go over to Jaipur with Steve Bennett, Sarah Bennett, Yanni, who's an internationally renowned gem hunter. If you don't know him, you could research him. Yanni he's one of the most charismatic gentlemen I've ever met, but he's fascinating in his in the expeditions that he goes on. Plus many more of my colleagues. Lovely Zena went with us, and single-handedly, I've never learnt so much in a period of time. It was 6 days non-stop learning, and I came away absolutely exhausted, but I'd retained so much information that it was just fascinating, and it will go down as one of my best trips and experiences in my career. The reason why I'm telling you this is not because of all the different experiences. I wasn't just talking about the nice foods and we were treated wonderfully out there. I'm not just talking about the lovely excursions and the elephants and things like that. I'm talking from a business career point of view. I was sat in our Jaipur head office alongside some of our amazing buying team over in India, and we're going to bring the graphics in, by the way, because we have got 200 of these, so bear with me. It's obviously going to be an auction which is going to progress. We'll have those of you that know us here at Jewellery Maker that will come in and make those confirmations straight away, and those of you that will do it gradually, and that's fine, just so we don't inundate our call centre. Now, so I was in Jaipur, and I was sat with some of our amazing buying team, and I was sat alongside Sarah Bennett and I was sat alongside Steve Bennett, which obviously is still in direct dealings with us here at Jewellery Maker, still part of the buying process. And out of all the tanzanite that I saw, and there were different parcels, there was a bicoloured tanzanite parcel, there was a couple of green tanzanites that I actually saw, and Steve was in particular looking at some of the big, what would have been his Larique pieces, the one-of-a-kind pieces, and there was one which was amazing. It was 30 carats, and it really had the intensity of colour that I'd never, ever seen before. Who knows what that would go through, probably 5 figures. But I was sat alongside Steve during the buying process of some of the best and biggest tanzanites that I have ever seen. Now, that whole process and seeing, and I won't obviously say this, say what figures were being passed, but the prices, the difference between then and now have dramatically increased. So I don't know, and if we had Steve and Sarah here in the studios here at Jewellery Maker, I don't know if we'd be even able to source this quality of tanzanite if you were to single them out, take them off the strand, imagine them in a parcel which is wrapped in some beautiful sort of wonderful sort of origami style way to protect the gemstones themselves. Imagine that as a parcel, which they would be. I don't know if we'd be even able to buy this quality for the price that we are taking it to. I think this is an uncommissionable price point. For us to go back or speak to any of our tanzanite traders and dealers, I don't know if we'd be able to do it. Hand on heart, the absolute truth, having personal experience, direct, at the forefront, if you like, of that buying process, I highly doubt that would be that would be possible. When I said earlier on today, if you were with me, that for just one of those gemstones on the strand, I would buy it for the price that it's going to. We've got 200. There's a little hand being raised over to the side. I've given Alison a heads up. Go on, Alison.
This is a plea to Fiona or Sammy. We need this, please. I certainly need it. And I'm giving you the heads up, ladies.
I've told Alison where we're taking this to. And for those of you that are able to invest less than £50, and I'm not just talking a little bit less than 50, be on those phone lines. Because I think this is truly one of the most exciting tanzanite opportunities that I've ever brought you. 200 of you will be successful in the world, and I am in awe of it. Big, individual. We don't grade our tanzanite. Just blank out the graphics for a second. Lean on your own knowledge. Has it got that vanadium presence? Are you seeing definite, distinctive violet blues? Listen to the excitement in voice. I am excited for you. Are you seeing an intensity? Look, I mean, I can't say what I just said this grade was, but do you disagree with me, Alison?
No, I don't.
You don't, do you?
And it's not the only one on that strand
It's definitely
either.
not the only one. I mean, this right there, I can't say it. I really want to say it. I'm not allowed to. I'm not qualified to grade tanzanite, but if there were gemologists watching right now, I'm sure they would be in agreement with every single one of us. What do you think? What do you think? Are there AA tanzanite, AAA tanzanite, quad A tanzanite blues on this amazing strand? I certainly think so. I've got goosebumps as well. I know I've gone into kind of 100 miles an hour. I know I'm fast and furious at the moment, but then it's because of the sheer excitement. If you think this is special on your screen, wait till you get it home. I mean, when you actually see not only the colour, but the brilliance, the carat weights individually.
Yeah, they're fantastic. And I love all the colours, but yes, those deep ones are amazing.
I
Absolutely.
truly think that if we were to step back in time, if I was to take myself back, and it was May 2015 when I went over to Jaipur, a parcel would have been pretty much this, and it would have come in some sort of tissue paper, folded in a beautiful origami style way. That's how we would assess the gemstones individually, sort of with your tweezers. You'd be going sifting through it, yeah. You'd be checking the quality and the grading, the cutting, etc., the clarity. And I don't think we'd be able to source this parcel. And I don't want to call it a strand. I'm calling it a parcel because I think you're buying a parcel right now. I don't think we'd be able to do that for the price that we're taking it to for even half. 25% for even one of those, maybe. Who knows? The quality is really exciting. 200 in the world. 200 in the world. To all of those of you that have already made those confirmations, Sandra in Middlesex buying 2, Linda in Hertfordshire buying 5, Nottingham buying 2, Fiona's bought 2. Well done. Rose, congratulations to you. Sandra, I can't keep up with the names. There are loads of you with it in your basket. Telephone bidders, be there. The price point is coming on your screens literally in a few moments' time. If you were thinking that it should be a triple figure, do you know what, dare I say it could even be above that. But this here at Jewellery Maker, like I said, uncommissionable, surely at $29.95. I would pay that for one of those gemstones.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful strand.
40 are in baskets, 60 are already gone. The majority, or many of you, are choosing to multi-buy. I mean, the sizes that you have here. Go into, where's the highest, think of a high-end jewellers local to you. Think of a high-end jewellers. It might be a big city, it might even be online, wherever it is. Next time you get a spare 5 minutes, not right now because you're going to need to respond, you're going to need to act if you love your tanzanite. Imagine this in, I don't know, 18 karat gold, or maybe even your 14 karat gold, whichever. Imagine this with a couple of diamonds either side, and I'm just picking that one, but I could pick many out. There's loads on here. Look at the intensity of this one up here. Again, that one just here. That one just here. The one next to it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That one just here. This one just here. There's intensities of blues, certainly ranging from your AA plus. Fabulous. Imagine them in gold. Imagine them with your diamonds. What kind of price tag would you be thinking it would be?
Oh, with the diamonds we've had on lately. Oh. And I have to say, the larger one, I'd prong set it.
This one?
I'd pop that in a little prong set.
I don't think that's 11 by 7. That's got to be bigger than that, surely. Look at the sheer size.
I know, that's a beautiful piece. That'd make a lovely little solitaire ring.
Oh, the gemstone of new beginnings, and it is a new year, of course. Imagine starting 2016 with some of, and I'll repeat what I said earlier, surely some of the finest, most high-end quality, under magnification. Look, we can really scrutinise the gemstones here. If there was anything that we didn't love, it's going to show up on the screens right now. Look at that. Vanadium intensities of blues. Now, I'll let our call centre catch up with themselves. There's loads of you there. We've got tons of you with it in your baskets. We've got 200 of these in the world. Already, well over 50% of the stock has gone. And there's, like I said, in excess of 60 of you with it in your basket. So good luck, good luck. We'll recap it later on. How exciting. Well done, Alison, as well. You got yours. Congratulations. Very exciting. And Fiona as well. And everybody else that's watching. Absolutely incredible. Moving on, it's time for your kit. Time for your kit. What an exciting morning. What an exciting morning. Do you know, Kim, on the back of what we've just said, or what we've just done, I can't believe that I'm about to say this. Kim says the biggest saving of the show. But I think you must have just saved 3 figures right there with your tanzanite, I think, personally. Okay, look at all this wire.
It's lush.
It is lush. Yeah, it's going to be a bit more of an investment. But I know what you're going to be saving on your wire. I know what you're saving. It should be £156.50 for 10 reels, 50 metres on each of these reels. I'm right in saying that, aren't I? Yes, 50 metres. There's 500 metres in total. And you've got all of the different colours pretty much, haven't you?
Yeah.
From your turquoise to your red, to your hot pink, to your navy, to your baby pink, to your chartreuse, to your fuchsia. To a different gauge fuchsia, another red, baby pink. So you've got 1mm. I'll go through them individually. Your blue wire is 1mm gauge. Your chartreuse is 1mm. Your fuchsia is 0.6, and I think it's that one there at the front. Then you've got your fuchsia in a 1mm gauge. Then you've got your pink in a 0.8mm gauge. Then you've got your red in a 0.8mm. Then you've got red in your 1mm, then you've got your turquoise in 1mm, 500 metres in total should be £156.50, nowhere near the price that we are taking it to today. I was looking on Facebook, which I do, on our Jewellery Maker Facebook page, and I forget, forgive me, who it was that actually commented and said, have you got a wire shortage at JM? Yeah. This is why, because it's all included in this Sunday show. I adore, very Rachel Norris, she loves those combinations of colours.
Karen loves the colours.
Karen loves the colours.
You can do some amazing Bollywood, you could do some amazing, really funky designs.
Wire structures.
Yeah, and you can tone it down and just use 1 or 2 colours and get something a little bit more, I want to say grown up, but do you know what I mean? There's something more refined,
yeah,
perhaps.
Just using the different colour tones, you know, mixing your pinks with your chartreuse really does transform the colour altogether. Mixing your sort of your navy blue with your reds, again, sort of darkens it ever so slightly. It is the full, pretty much the full colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I love the fact it is the colours rather than the silvers, the golds, the coppers. You know, we see them more frequently.
We do.
And don't get me wrong, I love them, and they are certainly some of our biggest sellers. But this is what always sells out, and the amount of pieces that that you have made with your wire, Alison, you could have gone on and on because this. Look at everything that you've got left over. Yeah. It's going to last a long, long time.
It is going to last you a long time. It gives you the freedom to really go for it.
Yeah.
To make some massive pieces, to go mad without thinking about it.
Yeah, without thinking, I have to use that sparingly.
Just be a bit careful.
Exactly. You know? 50 metres will go a long, long, long way. Have to bring that price in for you. one of the biggest savings I've ever seen. How about this? £86 saving.
Oh, saving! I thought it was going to £86.
No.
Saving.
£86 saving. That means these are less than £7 each.
That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal.
£7 for a reel of 50 metres of wire. That's working out how much 14 pence a metre.
Sorry, flabbergasted. I mean, I see this and I didn't have time. Like you say, I could have gone on for months creating. I've made stiletto shoes out of paper. Pink or the blue for christening booties, rattles. Yeah. Dragons, red for dragons, multicoloured for a Chinese dragon.
Your dragonflies. Your stockings.
Yes. Yeah. But even things more subtle things like putting the turquoise or the blue together. I actually like the chartreuse and the navy blue together.
Yeah,
I think that's gorgeous. Or the fuchsia pink with the navy will look amazing.
This is without shadow of a doubt it's got to be the biggest saving I've ever seen on wire. It simply has to be. And I understand $69.95 is still an investable price, but if you think about it, this could last you months. And I don't know when we're going to bring you all of these gauges or colours of wire again. We have to wait for, and listen, the amount of times that we hear this. We're waiting on a shipment, we're waiting on a shipment, we're waiting on a shipment. Our wire suppliers simply cannot keep up with the demand of wire of wire workers that we have here at Jewellery Maker. And it's because it's global. If you think about it, we're shipping this all over the world. Our shipment cannot make it across the water as fast as we actually need it. So it's always a case of get it as soon as you possibly can. And it must be an issue for wire workers, Alison.
Yeah,
it is. She's like, yeah, it is, yeah.
I stock up whenever I can. Because I want to have it when I want to create it, if you see what I mean. The lady who commissioned the stiletto, which went to Australia for her daughter, I had to wait for that pink wire to come back in.
I bet.
Because it's not something I've necessarily carried in stock, because I'm not pink. I do now.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, because pink is a very desired colour.
And you want to be able to do it. You want to have the freedom to create it. I mean, that's fantastic for your starting. That's fantastic for stocking up. Because the price is ridiculous.
I'm just wondering if you think about this, if you bought this right now and sold it individually, you bought it and sell it, you would sell it more than £7 each. Surely you would. We sell it at more than that at a price tag because we're bringing it to you this Sunday morning in a bundle. That's the reason why you are getting this incredible saving. We had how many of these? 100 in the world, and already loads of you there. London, Patricia, Sandra, Sharon, Rose, Patricia Ivy, Angela, Surrey, Tina, Pete, Alison, hello to you, Alison, Bristol, Kathy, Penny, Belinda, loads of you with it in your basket also. I'm going to step over to the gorgeous Alison because we'll show you how much you had left over, but also the volume of pieces that you actually created within this as well. I mean, so beautiful that.
I love that.
And the mixture of the colours.
Yeah, and you've got enough wire if you wanted to take that to a waspy.
Yes.
Or even go full corset with it.
Can't do waspies anymore.
No, well maybe not yet.
Can't do waspies, yeah, but yeah, this would be lovely. Look at stunning arrangement of colour. And again, look at this.
So that's the red, the pink and the fuchsia together, and it gives you a totally different feel.
It does. Really, really does. Beautiful blues. Yeah, I love that colour combination as well. Two blues together. We've got a text message coming in from Vera. Hello to you. JM Studio. Wow. And postage is still... That's true.
That's a very good point, because I think my box was over 4 kilos.
Was it really?
But because I had...
You had a double.
I had a spare kit, as if I was going to need any extra wire.
I bet you did chuckle, and I bet your postman is like this.
Yeah, well, when they come for our kits, they come by DPD, and luckily...
Well, Mr. DPD, I bet he's like that.
He's like...
You know,
handed it over to John.
They have to carry all of this. Or he's like really, he's got the massive, massive guns. Is he hench?
I don't know him, you see. I don't know.
Oh, your husband does.
Your husband does.
Your husband does.
He
I bet he is. I bet he is. I bet all of your DPD men are hench, especially if you're wire workers.
You see, it's a very good point about the postage, because I saw someone else who'd been looking on another site at wire, and they're like, oh, I'm going to stock up, but their price, because when I was looking miles before, I was looking at, for a couple of kilos of wire, 17 or 18 pounds worth of postage.
Yeah, of course.
Ridiculous.
Well, in this case, that's another. What's 2.5 reels there? Because we're bringing in this at £7 each today. Today, I don't think we're ever going to be able to match this. Never say never, but I highly doubt it. I mean, how many pieces of jewellery have you created here, Alison? Tons. 1, 2, 3 necklaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bracelets. All of 2 pairs of earrings. And how much have you got left over?
Virtually untouched. Do you want me to move it the other side?
No, it's fine like that. It's fine like that. It looks like you haven't actually touched any of those, but you've used every single colour, haven't you?
I've used every single colour. I've used every single gauge. I've gone very heavy on the navy blue because that was in quite a lot of pieces.
Yeah. You said you love the navy blue. I love this cuff.
I love the navy blue.
Look at that cuff. That's fab.
So, yeah. But the others, I haven't made a dent in them.
No.
Not a dent.
Absolutely incredible. And goes to show you don't have to have just your genuine gemstones. You can create fantastic pieces without any additions. Look at that statement necklace. We love this, don't we, Alison?
I love that. I'd love to have the figure and the occasion to wear that.
That with a simple dress.
Yeah, a black strapless.
Yeah.
Just
maxi.
You're plain that black dress and that on would look amazing.
It really. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I just went a bit funny then, didn't I?
Did you?
I just went a bit. Yeah. I confused myself.
It's that baby.
It is. It's just a baby brain again. Yes, £7 per reel for 50 metres of wire.
That's phenomenal. And not only 50 metres of wire, but big gauge of wire.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking 0.25.
We're talking 1.
Absolutely,
yeah,
it is.
It is. So for your 1 mil, £7.
You don't pay £7 for that gauge. No, absolutely. No. Well done to those of you that have been successful. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. What is it you're going to demo for us then?
Well, we're going to go for the big necklace look.
The big blue.
The necklace and cuff. I'm going to show you how to create it. Not the whole thing, but it's quite an easy technique.
It looks very complex.
And then the multicoloured twisted one at the front, the flat, squiggly one.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah, lovely. Love it. These kind of pieces, if I was to see them, I'd be like, is that Alison? Is that Karen? Is that Rachel? Because you love to use the colours, all of you do.
Yeah, and what I've tried to do is do a bit of as many techniques as I could. So we've got plaited in there, we've got gizmoed, we've got jump rings. I've made jump rings from it. We've made squiggle, I've made scrolls, I've done that style up and down your wrist. I've made those for years. It's quite a statement for me. I've twisted it. I've tried to do a bit of everything to show you can use it
to create such different, diverse pieces.
Sky's the limit.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to do that big statement neckline piece. So maybe you've got a special event coming up, and you could incorporate this into it. And
you're going to love how easy it is to make this.
Yeah. Okay.
So easy. I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do it with the turquoise and the chartreuse.
Oh, I like that.
Just to see the slightly different colour combination. Right. Leaving your wire on the reel, I'm using the 1 mil. Okay. And it's very technical. So we get our wire and we scrubble it up. And that's how we start it. Okay?
Just scrunching it all together?
Just scrubble it up randomly. I told you you're going to love this.
I will love this because I know I'll be able to do this.
It's not a long demo.
That's okay.
Take it together. Scrubble it a bit further down. And I'm literally just folding it. I'm trying not to do it because you start sort of doing this and it becomes not random. So
try not to look at it.
Yeah, so you have to pull some off and just squidge it. Now because you're doing it like that, you get little blocks, so you get little bits that pull apart.
Oh, yeah.
So once you've scrubbled that, and if we do it bracelet length...
And you haven't got to think, oh gosh, I've only got 10 metres of this.
Oh, no.
Well, you could go on and on and on with your scribbling, can't you?
Yeah. So if we do this roughly a bracelet length, and the joy is you can do this whatever shape you want. So I've given mine a bit of a pointy shape, a sort of thicker cuff shape, but you could give this a heart shape. You could you could use the red wire to make hearts in this design.
Oh, for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So we've got now roughly a cuff size, a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a big chunk, so about a metre and a half. Snip it off your reel, and then we're going to use that to now go and I'm wrapping it around in places, looping it, feed it through to where your knot is. And what you want to get is where those slight joins were. You want to make sure you tie in by just going through the loops.
Good question coming from Kim. She just said, have you made all of the findings as well? You have, haven't you?
Yes. Yes, I have. The earring findings.
All the findings?
Perfect for findings. Absolutely perfect.
Especially the 0.8.
Yeah, the 0.8. The 1 mil, if I was doing, for doing like the big clasp at the back of the...
Shall I bring that round to show you the clasp whilst you're doing your scribbling?
Yeah.
Turn this round, because you'd think, big weight here, but it's actually not that weighty.
No.
I want to wear this.
Go on. Oh, go on.
Look at the clasp. So you've actually made that as well.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, for your earring findings, so all the earrings matched.
Hold it up. I'll just hold it up, just because I want to play. Want to play? Oh, look. Oh, look.
Oh, that looks amazing. And isn't it quite comfy?
It's really comfy.
You know, it doesn't actually stick in you. I like that.
I do as well.
Could you imagine that to me, you could go out to the races in it?
Yeah.
You know, that sort of thing.
And nobody would have anything like this, would they?
No. Nope,
Nobody would have anything like this. That's beautiful, Alison. And the matching cuff.
Yeah. And the earrings. There's a little pair of squiggly earrings there. So what I'm trying to do is make sure that I catch in those bits so you can see it's now firmed up.
So you're just sewing it together, kind of, aren't you?
But you're not. You're doing it randomly. So I'm going to take my chartreuse.
Great for beginners, this technique, by the way, because I'm useless at wire work. I am. I always talk about it, but my hand-eye coordination is absolutely rubbish. I'm better with my feet. I am better with my feet. But this is I think I'm pretty certain I could do.
You could. Now what you've got to remember is when you get an end, let me find some appropriate pliers. So there's a little end sticking up there.
Yeah, when you come to.
Then you need to roll it round.
So it doesn't catch.
And hook it around something else. And it'll come through and then it gets lost in the wire. Okay, so we're going to take our chartreuse, and I've got another end there. Now this is where I do my non-random head comes in, because I now know that bit's thinner than that bit and that bit, so I want to put more in there to bulk it out.
So you can put your chartreuse in there, can't you? Absolutely.
So I tended, I don't know why, I tended to sort of take it to halfway through, and I've taken about 2 meters off here.
Do more scrunching? More
scrunching, just randomly wrapping it, so I'm sort of twisting it. And then these bits you can then use to tuck in and hold it and firm it. And this is where you can change the shape, so I'm sort of going to make that a bit thinner. And then because I've got a bit gap there, I'm going to push it up. And then I can just catch that in. So you can play about with this and change the shape of it. You know, add in whatever colour you like. Perfectly easy to add in gemstones.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it kind of be like, well, stitching, I suppose, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's all just so, you know, you might take it over, put a squiggle in. It's brilliant for doing something random, which people will probably drop when they hear me saying something like that. But I can actually do it random because I'm wanting to get a uniform shape out of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Wire is, it doesn't have to be all perfectly, organised, I suppose. Sometimes it's all right to have a little bit of freedom, I suppose, a little bit of chaos.
Absolutely.
It's good to have a little bit of chaos every now and again. Now, whilst I get the chance, whilst you're doing your random... movement, I suppose, of your chartreuse. We have got another opportunity of your wire. Like I said earlier on, if you're wondering where it's been, it has been reserved for this morning's show, including your patterned wire here. I'm just going to take that little protector off there. The patterned wire brings you a lovely sort of dusky colour, and it's a 0.8mm gauge. You get 10 metres here. You could easily use this for the same technique and design, especially with the contrast of the two different tones. So the gold-plated wire that you have here is your 0.8mm gauge, and then you also have got the patterned wire also within. Imagine this cuff bracelet with those two.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I tell you where I do that though as well, with the plaited, because the patterned wire really comes out when you plait it.
It would look absolutely fantastic. Oh, are we not doing this one now? Wait, it's got the gizmo too. Sorry, I didn't realise. It comes with the coiling gizmo.
Fabulous.
I didn't realise this was included as well. Even if you've got a gizmo tool already, then for the wire, we're bringing you absolutely amazing wire work deals this morning. So yeah, you've used the gizmo in some of your pieces. Yeah. Ridiculous. That's what Kim's just said to me. Ridiculous deal.
Another ridiculous
The patterned
deal. Wire
on its own is what? £21.95. How about we go lower than that price point?
Oh my gosh.
We should be, for the whole lot,
£31.85.
Just said the patterned wire should be £21.95.
Uh-oh.
We're going lower than that. Get your gizmo coil for free. Get your 0.8 plain wire for free, and we'll give you a reduction on your patterned wire as well. £19.95 for all of this. Good. Wow. I'm just thinking that bracelet in this technique would look so luxurious and high end.
And I've never tried gizmoing the patterned wire, and that I think would also look amazing.
Would make an incredible effect, wouldn't it? Gizmoing is a lovely technique. It's probably one of my favourite techniques. Not just because it's fun to do, but because just... It's not just because it's fun and it's easy, which, believe me, with wire work does appeal to me, but it creates such a real look. Ooh, top tip.
Mandrel. Well, I have got a proper mandrel, but it's down there.
So. Do you want me to get it?
Oh,
do you want me to get it? Stay there.
So it's in that box there.
This one?
Either of them, yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
I like to be useful. I do like to be useful. This is our wire cuff mandrel, so Alison's just shaping it round. You've got a massive saving here. Massive saving. The gizmo tool is free, basically. This is coming your way free, and you've got a reduction on your copper wire. That's why jewellery makers buy our bundles, because it's deals. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Now, you have got, I mean, look, this has taken you no time.
Yeah. The necklace will take a little bit more time than that, obviously, because there's a lot more of it. But yeah, to make quite a pretty little unusual cuff. No, you know, people aren't going to see it. I love that those two colours together as well.
I do as well.
You could play with all the colours. You could have one that's multicoloured, or you could have one that graduates, going round through different colours if you really wanted, and have one colour just pulling the lot together.
You could go with like the full colours of the spectrum, couldn't you? With all of you've got enough colours there in the kit. You can go to the red, to the pink, to the baby pink.
Yeah, absolutely.
Graduation would be amazing.
That would look incredible.
But I quite like the chaos in this.
I do, for someone who's a very logical mind, but it's quite a logical shape, so I can live with the fact that it's chaos in the middle.
No, I am quite chaotic, so I think that's why it's appealing to me.
Yeah, I just love it. I love the movement of it. You know, you can imagine that as a really what's the name? Sorry,
I got to put it on. I've got to put it on.
I mean, you could get away without a clasp.
I don't think,
But if you wanted to make a clasp, I would make 2 loops. I haven't on that one, I've actually put a clasp on it, but I'd make 2 loops and just put a nest loop between them.
I'm also thinking now of your corsages for prom days and things like that. You could actually attach a flower to there.
So if we made the flower out of the... Where did I put it?
Oh, the abalone.
The abalone.
Yes,
I think
the abalone earlier on that we had in the kit.
Yeah.
We'll recap it a little bit later, don't worry. We've got abalone, we launched it today. So, yeah, if you created a big flower on there, corsages,
that'd be brilliant.
Fabulous.
And it's surprisingly comfy to wear, because I tried that on and I was like, actually, because it's all smooth inside, it actually sits beautifully on.
Yeah, it's really comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the other thing? We've got time for another demonstration.
The three-coloured, you know, the one you really...
This one?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's bring that in. Amazing. This is quite lovely and springy.
Oh, no, not that one.
Not this
Sorry.
one? Oh, sorry,
that
this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
That one would take a while, but again, it's not...
That's quite wire structure, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That
this
one.
one. Ah,
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
It's a classic Alison Tarry, this.
Love it. Very Grecian.
Yeah, I love things that go... I don't tend to wear bulky things. I wear things that go up and down, so I love squiggle fingers, squiggle rings.
They elongate as well. They're very elegant.
Yeah.
You know, anything on the bias or anything. I call them sort of, sometimes you see gemstones which are sort of set, I don't know, like kind of that.
Yeah.
I call them kissing gemstones. It's very elegant and it does elongate either the finger, the arm, the neckline, whatever it might be. So you've got how many different colours here?
So I've got 3 different colours, 2 strands of each.
And what gauge have you got here?
These are 1 mil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both my demos. You could do the squiggle, to be fair, you could do it with 0.8 as well.
Yeah, just to keep adding to it, I suppose, to build up the structure.
Yeah, I had those colours in 1 mil.
Yeah.
So you could do a pink one, which would look amazing, in the 0.8. So these are about 17 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And you can either put the colours in a pattern, or like I did there, just form stripes. So it
reminds me of when you actually do wires like that and you lay them next to one another. You know, sometimes you see those pictures of cars sort of zooming past one another, you know, and the lights have kind of distorted.
Oh yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that.
Especially if you've got the red and you get that
flash.
red light streak at night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm with
Not
you.
that kind of red light.
No. if you look at night and you look into the distance, you look like you've got lines of red.
Yeah, you do. I know.
And lines of white coming towards you. Hopefully not on the same side of the road. Because that would be terrible. I've already got the pink out.
Okay.
So, normally when I make these bracelets, I would use a 4 mil to wire them together, but this one worked with the
what is this? Is this a point?
Not 4 mil. I mean 0.4. This is the 0.6.
Which comes in the kit.
Which comes in the kit.
So how many of your different colours have you got here?
2 of each.
2 of each, which is totaling 6.
Which is totaling 6. You could do it wider. Yeah, you could probably put another couple in there. So I've chopped off. You need perhaps about 5 inches. Yeah, I love things that sit on your arm and go.
It's very peacock-like.
I do it the other way round.
Other way round.
Because that bit then sits nearest your wrist. That's why it's shorter.
Like so.
Yeah, and then that goes up your wrist. Love things like that. But I love the colours. Look amazing together on that. Normally I don't do the colours like that, but because I had it, I played with it.
Why not?
And I think that looks brilliant.
I do as well. Amazing. You could wear this at the top of the arm as well.
You could wear them at the top of the arm. Yeah, absolutely.
Fabulous.
Almost snake-like. Almost snake-like.
Very festival-like as
very
well.
in the colours. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm wrapping the 0.6 around. Now I've gone round twice to start it, but then I'm going to use my nylon pliers, and I'm wrapping towards the end of the nylon pliers.
So literally not weaving, you are wrapping all the way around.
Just wrapping it around, holding it quite tightly. So I want about 4 good tight wraps, and I want both of them to end at the back, and then we squidge.
I love the technical terms our wire workers come out with.
Squidging's
You do a lot
amazing.
of squidging. You did squidging earlier on.
I did. Oh, you've got to have
scribbling you had earlier on.
Oh, right. No, you've got... Oops. Now, I've slipped there, obviously, when I've done it, because they're not lying flat. The whole point was to keep them lying flat.
Okay. So if you can do that, you can just untie it and redo it, like Alison is.
And that was the whole point of holding those there. And then I moved. This is a lot easier when you're not having to hold it in camera position. And Ben's very good at following me when I go all over the place, but... Do you know, I have to say, the camera guys are amazing, because we do we go.
I love their modesty as well. The modesty of Ben. Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're Ben, you need to come around here and take a bow. Come around here and take a bow. Yeah, exactly. You are amazing. Here he is.
You are. Because when you think most of the guest designers, as far as I know, pretty much none of us are trained to go to sound like dogs, don't we? We're not trained to be this side of the camera.
Can we see
so we do our arms go all over like this, and then they're trying to follow us when we're demoing all over the place. So
well, but listen. You're not giving yourself credit here. The guest designers have got to consciously work at a sort of arm's length as well. So absolutely, I think we need more of Ben on camera, don't you? That little face then, Ben, was amazing. Can you do it again? That looks like a photograph. That's so weird. Can you move?
Huh?
Move. You look like a photograph then.
I want to see it.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, that's not flattering.
And you see, if that's a photograph, then it's a Harry Potter photograph because he's moving.
Yes. Actually, you've got Harry Potter glasses on, haven't you?
I do, yeah.
Just lift your fringe up. We haven't got a...
No, it's not.
Just checking.
He is a wizard, mind. You know that, don't you?
He's certainly a whiz.
He is a whiz. Absolutely. So literally wrapping round.
Yeah.
The first one's got to be the hardest.
The first one's the hardest. Once you've got them all in place, you've still got to keep them split on flat on this side, but it does slowly become easier. So I usually do them a finger's width, so let me just check. Every about 1.5 to 2 inches.
Yeah, you'd measure, I suppose, just to make sure you've got that uniformity, or not bother.
I'd want uniformity, because that's me, but what I'd do is see the lines on my fingers. I'd sort of about that far apart.
What a top tip.
You know?
Because that's not going to change, is it?
No, not from one wrapping to the next. One would hope.
I don't think your fingers grow after sort of
So I'd pop it there, take hold of it. Would you mind being my beautiful assistant and chopping off...
how much?
About 5 or 6 inches.
Oh, nowhere near that much then.
I need another 2 or 3 of that length. So it doesn't have to be exact because we'll just chop the rest off.
Okie doke. How many of these?
About 4, if I could borrow that one, thank you. And that will speed me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Make me work for my crust.
Right, and then we'll squidge that down. Obviously, you guys will take more time about this than me. I'm going to do this side, so I'll turn over and do the other side. No, that's... Oh, sorry, that's
plenty.
Enough? Yeah, plenty. And don't worry about all the extra bits, because you put those in your bit box.
Yeah, it's never wasted, is it, while I work? Never actually wasted. No. Fabulous.
Right, just do this one, and then we're into shaping. And then that's your bracelet, pretty much done. So... and you've got something while I'm squidging. So I would take a little bit more time with this at home, just to be a little bit more...
Look at all those colours on the screen right now. That looks amazing, doesn't it? Looks amazing. I'm looking at all these different...
tools.
All these tools. I'm doing a bit of weights with my... What's this?
Vice.
That's it, clamp. Went blank then. Went blank. But before that, the wire bender. We'll bring this on the screen. It's been very, very popular. We'll bring the graphics on your screen, but we won't go away from Alison as of yet, just to quickly show you. They're going to be on and gone.
It's fab that for creating, again, consistent shapes, but you've got some preformed shapes set up there. So you've got a triangle at the end, you've got a D shape, which are very... difficult to get on your jig, but really easy to get on that.
Can you see that if I tilt it back for the light? There's the triangle, there's the curve. Brilliant tool, easy to use, simple to make findings with, Gillian says in Yorkshire. Absolutely. Brilliant. One of many, many, many. These will be on and gone, by the way. Very, very popular. Whilst Alison is doing the remaining of her binding that you have got here. I haven't got a huge amount of quantity of these as well. You can make jump rings with them as well. What else can we do with a wire bender?
In the middle, you can use it as a little jig as well.
A little jig?
For other things, you know, for simple links.
For clasps?
Yeah, for clasps.
Connectors?
Yeah, any of your connectors, your chain links, anything like that. Sound like I'm doing fencing, don't I, with chain links?
No, no, I know what you mean, because you've made with the kit, you've made all of your findings, etc., haven't you? So I mean, this would be a great tool for that, and I think it's one of those tools that once you get it, you think, oh, how have I done without this? Yeah, it's kind of invaluable, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Almost all gone. We need to bring the
gone.
$4.95.
Ooh,
almost all gone. So I need to bring the price in. $4.95.
Good price. Yeah, no, that's brilliant, and it's a sturdy little tool. And what I like about this one is you can actually nail it, screw it into your
worktop. Yeah.
So it's solid, so you can really pull it quite tight and. Oh, okay.
I saw a picture of one of our Jewellery Makers workshops. I was like, wow, it was full out, decked. Amazing. Yeah. I can imagine that fixed onto the front. Yeah. So, bring the table vise in, because I've never brought you this, and then we'll go back to your mould. So don't go any further as of yet, my lovely. Now, I know that my dad, I know that my son,
not quite yet.
I don't even know if it's a boy. I was referring to Tom.
Start him early. She's gone. It's baby brain. It's gone.
Tom! I can't physically construct a sentence at the moment. And I had loads of sleep last night. There's no excuse other than the baby brain. Oh, yeah. What does it say? Go and be drunk. I'm not drunk. I promise I'm not drunk. Tom, even, would love something like this. It's a table vise. All jewellery makers do. The practicality of them.
Sorry, I'm single now. Table vise.
She's as bad. You're as bad as me.
I've got no excuse.
I've just referred to my much better half as my son. That's just weird.
Well, at least they're related.
It's just weird. I've got no son. Anyway. Let's bring the table vise. Can we just edit all that? Live television and all?
No.
Can't do it, can we?
No time travel.
Oh, dear me.
JM, time travel.
I know.
Where would we go?
I know. I don't think there's a show that goes by that I don't think, what on earth am I on about? So it's substantial, and it is really, really weighty. Again, it's not just us as crafters, as jewellery makers that are going to love this. It's a vise is very expensive, usually. We have got FIFA reviews. It's the first time I've brought it to you. So easy to use and so secure. I can't emphasise just how weighty it is. It is a substantial piece of kit, and like I say, if you've got any workbenches, if you've got, if anybody's into their DIY or anything like that, or woodcraft things.
Absolutely, but even things like the plaiting I've done down there, I'd stick it in a vise.
Yeah,
brilliant for plaiting, absolutely brilliant. You know when you're doing your wire twister.
Yeah.
So instead
you need to attach it to something.
You need to attach it to something solid, and that's solid.
Absolutely is. Yeah, it's not going anywhere, your vise. Look, I'm literally anchoring these two together. All of the mechanisms are adjustable. Obviously, I've just brought those two together, and you can really secure it tight. This is adjustable as well. This is adjustable in accordance to how wide your table is, and that's done like so. I've never brought it before. Let's bring that price tag in. $7.95. For all of this. Right, hang on a minute. Next time, I've got to go to that very big home shop.
Oh, you won't get one for that price.
I wonder how much a table vise is in those shops.
A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more. I would have thought £30–40 for the cheapest. Easy. Because
and by the way, £2.95 for the postage and packaging, given the weight of this.
Yeah. Especially if you've had your couple of kilos worth of wire down the other end.
Again, Mr. DPD man is going to be
having a hernia.
Well, let's just hope he's in good shape.
Yeah.
Let's just hope. $7.95 only. Loads and loads and loads of you there. Absolutely incredible. Fabulous. Right, back with your demo, my lovely. So you've done all your wrapping.
Yeah.
You've got your mandrel.
Yeah. We've got two mandrels. I use both of them. I got the other one in the box down there, but this gives you a nice graduated for doing things like this. It's great. The other one's stepped. So you then pop this around the mandrel till they cross over.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to turn this down that way. And then we're going to squiggle it. And you can squiggle it in whichever pattern you like. And you do an uppie and a downy. Again, this is a lot easier if it's done face up facing you. But because you're doing it on the mandrel, these are curving round your wrist.
Taking the natural shape.
Now what I would say with doing this, and if you do rings of this with using the ring mandrel you got earlier, make them smaller and then they spring back to where you want to be. If you try and put them where they are, they'll spring to bigger. So always make them smaller and then they spring back. So when you've got it on, put him out of the way, don't forget him. You then, we're just displaying these, and again you can go from wherever. If I was going from up here, I would put another, I would wrap it again up there, but just the same way as I've wrapped all the others. And then I'm going to splay these out.
Love it. Just warming it with your fingers.
And I'm just sort of encouraging them to curve into a nice fan shape, and then we're going to trim them. So I'm going to start off with the smallest, go a little bit bigger, and then we're going to come back down again. So you don't have to, you could carry on going bigger and have a different feel, but that's what I've done with this one. Then I want my round nose pliers, and to turn it that way up because it's easier. I'm just going to loop the end and then just carry on with a little bit more of that twist. So you loop the end till it meets, and I've swapped my pliers over and then just curved that a bit more.
What that actually does is curve this wire, I'm noticing.
Yeah, it's curved. Yeah, you've done your loop and you're curving the sort of shank bit, for want of a better word of it. Yeah, and you can make these into a nice fan. Now I would trim that so that it was going bigger and bigger. And then we're going to come back down the sizes because that turquoise doesn't quite fit.
The clamp has almost sold out, by the way, so we've got 5 remaining, and I think as many in baskets, so good luck, good luck, good luck. Fabulous, well done. Well done on that.
So, and you can play with these and do whatever swirls you like to get a nice pleasing shape. So like I say, I would trim that one because to me that's the odd one out. That one there. Now the reason I do the other one smaller, because most of these will sit down here on your wrist. So I make the small one shorter so that you can flex your wrist.
The movement.
Now the trick is, and I call it an uppie and a downy. Right. What I did was I took this and made both of them go up. So both of them are sat on your wrist and coming up your arm. Okay. I haven't done one there. I've just remembered I forgot to do one there, but saying about that on your wrist. And the downy part, you make it slightly wider so it just sits on the top of your hand and you can swirl it going down your hand.
Lovely.
Right, which means you've got complete flexibility because there's nothing attaching those two together. And it just gives you that complete flexibility, but you get it, it's almost like a henna pattern going down your hand.
I know what
and
you mean.
coming up, you know, and you get that beautiful flexibility. And I've made loads of them. If you're going to be doing something where you're putting your hand inside a lot, then it's going to catch. But I wear these, I've got a friend who wears them a lot, and I think I might have caught one once. I wear them a lot at
I
home.
think they'd be huge for festivals, you know, in the
massive.
summer. You know, I'm noticing sort of a lot of you know, all the colours and the glitters on the face is very popular, and on the arms, etc. as well. Again, actually having this, would be lovely around festivals, etc. Wes is just saying, my girlfriend would absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm sure. It's just gorgeous colours. And coming up after the break, we have got a brand new premiere of multicoloured agate cabochons. I mean, have you ever seen such a spectacle of colour before?
No, and I want them to go with this wire kit.
Exactly, and how many there is as well. They go perfect with this kit, and that is, I mean, I've got every single colour there pretty much. Amazing. That's coming up after the break. We've got time to squeeze one more opportunity in, and we spoke about them, Alison. It's your twisting pliers, but these are the large. So if you just got that table vise, You've got it clamped to your workshop or wherever it is you do your jewellery making, and you actually sort of clip on all of that gorgeous wire. The lovely Zena's just stepped into the gallery. Hello, Happy New Year, my gorgeous one. Bless her, bless her, bless. Had to give her a little holler. There she is. She'll be with you very, very shortly. So you've got your table vise clamped on. You attach your wire, so easy.
Yeah.
Even I can do that.
Yeah.
And you twist away with your wire twister tool. This is the large wire, so particularly when you have got your 1mm and your 8mm, even up to your 2mm, it works perfectly, doesn't it?
Yeah. You grab that twisted one.
This one?
Yeah, the multicoloured. That is all of the.
That's lovely.
All of the 1mm, which was 1, 2, 3. Was it 6 1mm? It was six 1mm,
and that,
doubled,
and
so
4.8.
So that's 12 strands of 1mm effectively, and I twisted it with this.
12 strands?
Effectively, because you've got 6 strands doubled over.
Yeah, yeah.
So 12 strands.
And you've used this tool?
Yeah.
And you'd like a table vise?
No, I didn't have one.
That's all right. You would have done if you had
somewhere. I had to use the door handle, which I'm slowly killing.
So if you'd have had a table vise, you would have done. You would have done. You need to return the table vise, Alison's hubby. But yes, this is John. This is the large size, so would work if it can twist 12 gauges of 1mm wire.
I've done 6 strands of 1.5 in it, and that gives you such a chunky, beautiful. What's a torque?
Yeah, beautiful. Amazing for a torque. Let's bring that price tag in for you. It's a substantial piece of kit. It should be £17.95. Should be. But I don't think should be is actually in my producer's sort of mind at the moment. Lowest price point, that's what we're bringing it to you at. Lowest ever price. So we're beating the lowest price point. Brand new low.
Ooh. I'm not speaking to you because I paid a lot more than that for mine. You can go off people, can't you? Brilliant.
I don't think I need to. I mean, Kim, am I necessary? I don't think I'm necessary. Just to.
What? Can I just say one thing they need to remember? Can I? I'm gone.
I was just going to leave you to it then, just because £6.95 for the large wired torque.
What, this one?
For that one, yeah.
That was in my bag, yeah.
That was in your bag.
One thing you're going to remember when you're doing things like that.
Yeah.
If there's a hole, I don't know whether you can see the gap. There's a little hole in it, just sort of there. So there's a cutty bit. Don't put it in there. But with that number of wires, you'd have trouble fastening it. So what you do, the trick is you gather all your wires up, and then if I do this, and you pop them through the hole, and you basically tie them, and then you do your twisting. It was Rachel Norris who gave that tip, I think, first, and it's brilliant because you can close it easier, but you can put more strands through. And then sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. Yeah. I mean, it is obviously, when you get it home, if you've never seen it before, it's substantial. It's made to twist lots of wire.
Absolutely.
And particularly the bigger gauge. And you can really feel the
rigidity of it.
I wanted to say that word. It was in my head, but it didn't quite come out that way.
Yeah.
So, rigidity of this gorgeous torque. Lovely. And a great way of mixing up those colours. Colours should not be feared, should they, in wire? No. They work. In fact, some of my favourite wirework pieces have always been twisted wire together like this. It's flying. Don't leave it in those baskets. A brand new low price. Great giftable opportunity. Certainly one that I think you should treat yourself to. Now, coming up after this very short break is that brand new beautiful opportunity of stunning cabochons. I can't I'm guessing there's about 20, 30 of them there. I don't know. All different colours. There's a lot. It's going to go amazing with this kit. Lovely banding, different tones and variations, so it's absolutely exquisite. Thank you so much, Alison, and thank you for all of your beautiful wirework pieces as well. And get scribbling with that wire.
Oh, definitely. I'm loving that.
Yeah, I love it as well. Love that technique. Yeah, I love that design. I think you need to make yourself one. Lovely. Well done. Don't go anywhere there because there is more from us. And don't forget the Wall of Fame is also coming up this Sunday morning. More incredible bundles and, of course, the Agate premiere coming up after this.
We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy to follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Aquamarine is a member of the beryl family. So this family is named after its chemical composition. Beryllium elements in sort of myths and legends or in history used to offer aquamarine as a token to the sea to ensure safe passage as they travelled. Aquamarine can be found in many locations, but it's often discovered in Brazil, Madagascar and also Zambia. Aquamarine can be identified not only by its RI and colour, but also due to the fact this stone has inclusions within it which are called rain. Now these are tubular structures that contain sometimes liquid filled, but they are very, very unique to aquamarine itself.
Join Mark Smith as he introduces you to the incredible world of macrame. In this DVD, Mark guides you along step by step into all the techniques you will need to get started for some fabulous new designs. This includes the tools of the trade, getting started, incorporating beads, finishing touches, and finally learn how to create the beautiful goddess bracelet. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker. There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back everybody and a very good morning to every single one of you. My name is Elena. Look at the carat weight on this star by. I'm absolutely adoring it, and agate is a gemstone which we've always loved. Firstly, can we just talk about how this gemstone is able to bring us such diverse, I suppose, patterning, colour zoning, such intensities of colour. It is a gemstone which forms in various types. It's very diverse. You can have your fossil agate, you can have, for example, jasper is a type of agate. There's so many different variations of it. I could go on and on and on and on. But in terms of its crystal structure as a gemstone, it's one of the sort of most rough forming. So if you can imagine, maybe picture a geode for a second and the internal sort of dimensions of a geode, you know, all of the different angles and crevices that you actually get. This gemstone, and sort of scale it right down to sort of a microscopic form. Agate forms very, very roughly. So all of those crystals are quite angled, quite dramatic, quite shard-like, I suppose. And that means that its crystal format, its structure itself, can really hold on and retain a lot of colour. So, for example, the crackling process, the fact that you can dye this gemstone to any colour imaginable, and it's going to hold on to those colours and that really intense hue, means that these cabochons are absolutely possible. Very few gemstones in the world will actually have such intensities of colour that agate can actually bring you. Absolutely astonishing. Now, I'm going to show you all of the different bandings. I'm going to show you how no two will be exactly the same. You've got one of the biggest and most substantial carat weights that I've ever seen, and we were saying that it would go perfectly with the kit that you have just seen previously. It's going to go amazing. I don't know where to start. I'm looking at it going, which one's my favourite? Which one is my absolute favourite? Do you know what I'm going to go for? One which actually is a bold, solid colour, just because you don't often see it when it comes to your agate. Look at this. It's a very bold, solid lime green, which I love. It's really zesty and intense. We've also got in complete contrast, they had like a kiwi hue, isn't it? Lovely Alison has just passed me her torch because ours has actually decided to bite, to bite the dust, I suppose, here in the studio. Let me just turn on Alison's torch because I want to show you the actual formation that you get. There we go. The formation that you get with agate, stunning, isn't it? So you've got that layering. You can almost imagine this progressing over millions upon millions upon millions of years. I wanted to shine that light behind because it really shows just how beautiful this gemstone is. These would be amazing as rings, wouldn't they? Absolutely incredible. And you've gone from intense greens like so to quite pastel-y hues here. If I again take this one, it's more of a sort of morganite, sort of peachy hue, and then you've got real intensities of sort of plum red again that shine that light behind, so you could suspend these. Great along the décolletage, perfect in sort of dream catchers or something like that. We guarantee the carat weight. You might get, I don't know, you might get 50, you might get 30. I'm looking, it's hard for me to count when you've got such a huge quantity of cabochons here, but they're all stunning. You go from your apatite blues to your amazing greens, you go from your oranges to your fuchsia pinks. It's just endless, absolutely endless, and I've never seen a bundle quite like it. So see the difference. This one's quite opaque, so if I'm shining the light behind, it's not actually transferring and actually making its way to the front of the gemstone. Not a problem. It's still absolutely incredibly beautiful, like so. But then you go from that to something which is entirely different to you too. Let's bring in some orange, shall we? I love this. I love, look. For the blue, almost the blue of the light really going through, and if I take it away, totally changes. I absolutely adore this Starby. It's one of my favourites of the day. Now, 1,240 carats of your cabochons. Cabochons are not to be feared. You can use them in such simple techniques and methods. If you're not an accomplished wire wrapper, then you can use these simply with adhering them with a glue in a certain way. Great to be used on felts and leathers. Again, they can actually be attached like so. Absolutely dazzling array of colour, and it is so incredibly, so much so they're not wanting to stay on this actual display. So much so they're gonna last you ages, aren't they, Alison? These are stunning.
They are. You've got one for every occasion. Like you say, perfect with the wirework kit. Brilliant for prong setting, brilliant for soutache, brilliant with your chainmail. I'm quite sure Fleur would be able to tell you how to do a chain setting. Yeah. You can do a bead set round it. You can do them with your polymer clay or your silver clays and create a bezel set. You can use them with your resin. have I missed any of our genre out?
I mean,
because you can use them with.
I don't think there's anything you can't do with them.
When I had the embossing sheets and our collars, and I actually stuck one on.
Yeah, used a glue, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're amazing. We need to bring that price in because tons of you are there. Well done. I know you're going to love these all the more when you get them home. Don't forget, you do get that pattern on both sides, so it's not like you have to use the actual cabochon shape. You can use both of those shapes as well. $24.95. That's an absolutely incredible deal. Wait, I can't do that maths. 1,240 divided by $24.95, but that's pennies per carat, isn't it?
It is.
It's going to work out a tiny amount. Deborah, Rod, Catherine, Diana. Wow, 2 pence per carat of a genuine gemstone. 2 pence.
That's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Agate is so, I mean, we adore it here at Jewellery Maker, and it is evolving into one of the most, I guess, highly regarded gemstones, certainly, just because you can get so many different looks from it. It's colour zoning, which isn't always a negative. You can get gorgeous banding, you get quite opaque looks, and then you can also have wonderful translucency. That crystal structure means it can really hold on to the colours. You can get really feminine hues and, like I said, quite masculine tones, beautiful shapes. It is a durable gemstone. There's so many positives behind working with an agate. Yeah. June, Angela, Rose, hello to you. Christine, Anne, Northumberland, Kathy, Heather, Diana, you've done it. Julie in Gloucestershire. I've got Beverly, Mark, well done to you. Madison, Karen, Surrey, Andrea, Dawn, Dawny, you're there. Alison, Jane, Maggie, you've got yours. Have we got quantity of these, Kimbo? Only 84. 30 have already gone. Yeah, I'm not surprised. 20 in baskets. So on that basis, we're already over. We've already passed 50% of these being sold on the basis of making those confirmations. Just exquisite. I love the fact that you've got they're all, you know, sort of oval marquee. So it's the shape. We don't guarantee the shapes, but you've got different depths as well, which you do need, don't you?
Oh gosh, yeah. You want different depths for different techniques. But I'm looking at them and I can see an awful lot of rings.
Yeah.
I detach them. You see that one you've got in your hand now? That would be a ring for me.
Yeah. Should I pop it on the back of the hand? Look at that for an amazing ring. Wow. That would be fabulous, wouldn't it? Prong setting, yeah, totally great. And again, you've got a course coming up at the end of the month, so if you do want to join Alison on the course, there is still places. It's 24th, wasn't it?
20...
Or 3rd?
22nd, I think.
22nd, okay, I was close. Have a little look on JewelleryMaker.com. You can book it there or speak to our amazing contact centre. Well done, well done, well done. Fabulous. Got a couple more bundles to bring you. Congratulations. Rutile quartz.
No, we don't see that very often.
No, we don't. It's like Impressionist art. That's what it reminds me of. You can imagine, whether you agree that Impressionist art is art or not, this is definitely to me, because it's Mother Nature, it's totally natural. It's very difficult to bring you rutile quartz because of those rutilations within the quartz, it's actually difficult to cut. These are faceted rondelles. If you think about that, you've got to think about gemstones' refractive indexes, their densities, etc. Those rutilations running through the gemstone itself make it very, very, very complex to actually facet. So these, not rough, these are faceted rondelles, so gorgeous, monochromatic at its best, and all totally and utterly natural. You have got a 30 carat and a 35 carat strand here. They're just wonderful. You don't see rutile every day, and that's the reason why, in fact, I'm talking generally across the globe, you don't see rutile quartz every day because of its complexity, and it starts from the cutting, which is absolutely, if that's difficult and lapidarists will avoid it, then that means it's obviously not going to make it to the market. Coming your way at an amazing bundle price. Monochrome, dramatic, sparkle, fire, you'll get it all. Incredible shards, and it is quite literally like a dart running through the centre of some of these gemstones. No two will be the same. Should be £16.90 for both. For two rutile quartz. I know.
That's a good price for one.
It's that's £8.50.
Oh dear.
Well, less than.
Yeah.
£8.45.
Do you know, I never get used to it.
How about £5? Less than £5.
you see, that's a beautiful strand to me. I'd channel set it.
Yeah.
You'd probably channel set it in yellow gold, maybe antique bronze.
Yeah.
And you can make some amazing pieces of jewellery with
I
that.
totally agree. Again, my past experiences, we've had collections. I've certainly sold collections of rutile quartz, always very much desired, always entire sellouts, because there is nothing that I can bring you which will bring you that same look. You often see asterisms within the gemstone from the rutilations. You often see sort of parallel lines. Rutile quartz, so same as your golden rutile quartz, just obviously one's black and one is golden. You sort of feather-like or angel hair shards running through the wonderful gemstone. Cupid's arrows, it's often referred to. It's very dramatic and certainly one of the most intriguing. Berkshire, June, Helen, Eileen, Nanetta, Susan, Tracy, hello to you, Glamorgan, London on the phone lines. £4.50 less than per strand of natural rutile quartz. Absolutely incredible. But lots and lots of bundles to bring you this morning, including sand dunes.
Ooh. Oh, that's my colour palette right there.
Yeah.
That's me.
It's a lot of gemstones.
Yeah, that's an autumn wood, wood as in load of trees, as well as jewellery.
Love it.
Love that.
The combination that you've got here.
Look at that.
I'm going to start with your sunstone. It's like it's got gold leaf encased, this gemstone. It sparkles beyond belief. They're all double strands. I'm certainly looking at and thinking, yeah, double strands of. Wait, have I just mentioned golden rutile and we've got it in this kit?
Wow.
Golden rutile quartz. So there we are. You can actually see the difference between them as well. These are big.
Lush, aren't
Big golden rutile quartz. Look, it looks like there is gold encased in the gemstone. That's what it actually looks like. These work wonderfully together as well, but very rare to see golden rutile quartz. Look at this one here. Very dramatic. A shard there and an intensity of gold. Double strand as well. Then we have got some of your orange aventurine. Let's bring that out. Put it next to your golden rutile. And you can see how it only encourages the gold out of that wonderful gemstone. Then we have, I'm going to bring in some tiger's eye, stunning tiger's eye with all of its chatoyancy, the movement from those tiny microscopic inclusions. Then I'm going to bring in some, how about some red tiger's eye? This gemstone,
Favourite.
I only learned a few months ago that this gem can actually be dyed. You don't lose the chatoyancy at all. Look at that. I mean, it's quite, I want to mix this up, and I will mix it up in a second, and just want to show you all of the different colours that you get firstly. How about your red jasper? Bringing in your red jasper. So hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strands so far. We've got another 2 to go, including, let me see, what am I missing? Carnelian. Carnelian is coming in here, so you get those like burning embers, and it's like a warm log fire, isn't it? Carnelian, and a member of the agate family. So on the back of what you've just seen there with your cabochons. And last but by no means least, you have another strand of carnelian, but in a slightly different tone. So a little bit more peachy in terms of its hue. Love it. But you know what? I think that's a little bit too organised. Do you agree? It needs mixing up, doesn't it? More sporadic. Let's mix and match up all those gorgeous colours. 8 strands, all double strands. So strictly speaking, it is actually an 18 strand opportunity. It totals, gosh, I can't even do those maths. Hang on, 500, 1,000, 1,500. We've got well over 2,000 carats here. Well over 2,000 carats of gorgeous gemstones. But this one has to come to the forefront, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. Because if black rutile quartz, we very rarely see it. We see even less of golden rutile quartz, and I think that's a stunning strand.
It really is, and they're big. They're big
yeah. Golden
rutile quartzes as well. My mum bought one actually about a year or so ago and phoned me up and she said, I just bought myself a golden rutile quartz. I've never seen anything like it before. I was like, it's one of the most intriguing gemstones. Yeah. Love this. Should be, excuse me, £24.60. It's all about the savings today. £10 back in your pocket. Oh. £14.60.
For how many strands?
For 8.
8.
Or 16, depending on which way you look at it. That's working out how much per strand?
Less than £2.
£1.82 per strand.
That's fabulous.
Ryan's asking the question, who's directing me today. I wonder how much we've saved you today.
An absolute fortune.
I think we'd be here all day if we were trying to add up the savings, wouldn't we? £10 right here. We saved £89 on that wire.
Yeah.
£86, sorry, on the wire. £30 on another bundle. £26 on another bundle. £11 on tools. Don't forget that wire twisting tool. £10 on this. Well over £100 saving. Are we on your side or what? I'd say so. I love this colour palette.
Oh, I do. That is my colour palette. All the autumn tones, all the sand dunes. I love the sound dunes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my colour palette.
The name itself does inspire you, and the colours, obviously, it inspires you to create that sort of Moroccan-esque kind of pieces. Joanne, hello to you, my lovely. I wonder how many trees you could make from them. Good point.
It would depend how big your trees are.
And that is, by the way, the Tree of Life. That's what Joanne is referring to. The Tree of Life designs, I assume. Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah, it would depend how big. But let's just say they're about this big.
Oh my gosh. You'd probably get 2 or 3 a strand of the small ones. Probably, no, actually more.
Probably more, I was going to say.
Probably about 4 a strand, 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's going to be a lot. Did you say we've got another text? Oh, another bundle.
Oh.
Another bundle. Check out as soon as you can. Wait a minute.
Oh, that's lush. Don't strain anything.
No, I'll try not to.
Please.
Number 6. Now, you can have that one. I'll have this one.
I want them both. I'm just greedy. You see, I do that with the other one as well. That's.
Do you like that saving of the last bundle, by the way?
You're not doing this. Oh.
We're going to do it again. Oh, look.
Is that aquamarine in there?
Labradorite, aquamarine, iolite.
Iolite in there.
Lapis lazuli. Rainbow moonstone in here. You've got blue aventurine. Which one's this? Let me just see. Sodalite.
Ooh.
Gosh, I haven't seen sodalite in I don't know how long. There's your moonstone and your labradorite. Look at these blues. Oh, that's a very high-end collection, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it just?
I'm going to have to... Loads of you on the phone lines. Lapis lazuli. £10 saving. I've already told you that there. So there we are. Be on this. I'm not surprised we're busy. If you can see the price on the web, that is your price point. Oh, really? That's the original price point. Oh, so Catherine, Helen, Worcestershire and Judith and Jeanette and Patricia and Alison and Michelle and Isabel and Somerset are already happy, but you're going to be made even more happy, or even happier, that would be better English, wouldn't it? Even happier, when Kim slashes that price drop. Lapis lazuli, aquamarine, iolite. Then you have got your aventurine, then you've got your sodalite, then you've got your rainbow moonstone, then you have your labradorite. This is a beautiful bundle.
And you don't need to do anything complicated to it. Just looking at Fiona's necklace there. I think is it Fee Jones?
Yeah, Fiona made this stunning necklace.
Yeah.
I've actually got a piece of jewellery which I bought, which is almost identical to this, and it's lapis lazuli. And I'm sure I paid and it would have been just lapis lazuli and probably less of a carat weight than what's Fiona's commissioned here. And I'm sure I paid sort of £20+ for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm absolutely certain I did.
I would have thought
this is
more.
A high-end bundle. The fact that you've got iolite, lapis, you've got rainbow moonstone, not moonstone, rainbow moonstone. You've got sodalite, aventurine, labradorite in here.
Beautiful.
We should be £22.65. I'm going to do this. I don't know where we're going, Kim. Oh, you did say £10 off.
Oh.
I want a curtain design.
Oh, wow. Oh, but that's cheaper than
Well, wait, that's not £10 off. That's more than £10 off. Wait, what was it before? Was it £22 before? That's incredible, £22. You've taken this to... £12.65. That's £1.80 per strand. And it's flying. We had 100 of these.
Yeah.
40 in baskets. So I can't stress, you need to check out. I would just leave this quite loose personally. Do you agree?
Yeah.
So like a curtain design like this.
I'd be tempted to use, because we've got those multi-connectors.
Yeah.
We've had a few. And then multi-strand it, like you say, like that.
Create quite loose,
Yeah.
so the light is really going to, quite organic, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or just simply wear them like they are, over the top of the head.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing stopping you doing that either. I want this bundle. I love, love, love this combination of colours. The fact that you have got, you've got phenomena gemstones in here. You've got a lapis lazuli with all of that gorgeous sparkle. You've got brilliance with your aquamarine. You've got so much opaque gemstones to translucent gemstones. Already over half the stock has been allocated. It is going to go. It is definitely going to go. Those of you that have in your baskets, I can't stress. Look how many there are, Alison.
I'm looking. I like both those last two bundles.
I don't just like, I love. I absolutely love the last two. Down to the last 25%. Leave that with you. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Now, I can't believe I'm about to say this next sentence.
Ooh.
There are 23 in the world. Can I? Okay. I'm going to try and say this in a way that will... My former boss would have said it much more eloquently than me, and he used to say, look, if you are one of those that, I do this from time to time, but if you are watching right now and you are thinking, I want the deals, I want the bargains, I want something which is going to be, like we just saw, sort of £2 a strand prices. This is not going to be one of those. I don't know where it's going to, but Kim has just said where it is and the fact that it is natural. This is one for those that want the best of the best of the best, and want the country of origin, want the fact that it has not been enhanced in any way, shape or form. So there is less than 30 of these available in the world. I'm about to say, this isn't just blue sapphire. That's exciting enough already. This is natural Burmese sapphire. Burmese, Burma, in terms of its location, is regarded as sourcing some of the finest in the world, particularly your rubies and your sapphires. The brilliance that you're getting from this sapphire is absolutely incredible. Now, I can guarantee it at a double-figure price tag. I can guarantee that it's not at what we should be bringing it to you at, which is really 3 figures plus. Natural sapphire of this quality. It is for those that want the best, want the high-end gemstones. If you are happy to sort of make, I don't know, and listen, don't get me wrong, I think, for example, I think there are occasions where it's, why would you want to buy maybe a decolourless diamond when you can get, it's virtually impossible to tell the difference between a decolourless diamond and a H-colour diamond, for example. Virtually impossible. Most people wouldn't be able to do it. This is for those that want the best and know in their own mind that this is the best that I can possibly get. Certainly with us here at Jewellery Maker, it's got to be Burmese sapphire, natural, with amazing brilliance. There are less than 30 of these available, and I can guarantee it to you at a double-figured price tag. You've got 42 carats of sapphire stacked onto this strand. I'm going to say, if you are able to try and get this appraised or valued, we'll certainly speak to anybody, any gemologists if you know of any geologists if you know of anybody, any accredited jewellery professionals. I'd happily speak to you about it. Any jewellers out there. I'm more than comfortable with the fact that if you said, I've got a natural strand of Burmese sapphire, don't tell them what you paid for it. They don't need to know that, because it was no reflection of the true value or worth. Ask them what they think, and I bet you they'll be getting as excited as we do here at Jewellery Maker. Burmese natural sapphire at less than 30. It is busy this morning, and you are looking for some amazing high-end gemstones. I only wish I had a bigger quantity, but the reality is, it's like me saying I've got approximately 30 of quad A tanzanites. It's like me saying I've got 30, I don't know, decolourless diamonds to bring you. It's like like me saying I've got 30 Ceylon sapphires, Ceylon sapphires or Burmese sapphires or Colombian emeralds. We're talking about the locality and the quality, and it's natural. Well done, Heather, Yorkshire, Gail, you've done it. Sit back, ladies, this is on its way to you. And like I said, for those of you that are seeking the best of the best, this is certainly some of the finest that I can bring you here at Jewellery Maker, and it's coming your way. As said, as promised, a double-figured price tag.
Very nice. See, when you think of sapphire blue, that's the colour you think of.
It is the colour you think of, yeah.
It's that deep, rich, royal blue.
It's the Duchess of Cambridge blue, isn't it? You know, as in her engagement ring, it's that very definite, deep royal blue. Yeah, absolutely. Sort of cashmere, sort of colour tones. Burma, I mean, if you... Ceylon, Kashmir and Burma are certainly regarded as some of the highest, if not the finest locations in the world. Kim is just saying, we don't need to do this. I mean, we don't need to.
Oh, happy Sunday.
Exactly, what a weekend.
Yeah.
What a weekend.
Oh.
If you can, do it. Without if you love sapphires, if you love the best of the best. And who doesn't? Who doesn't aspire to having the best? Don't get me wrong, I understand that some people prefer the more baby blues. I understand, same with your sapphires, with the tanzanite. Some people prefer the non-graded. Some people prefer the quad A graded. It's all down to personal preference. But if you love that intensity of royal blue, and you want the rarity and you want the quality, you want the country of origin, here's your chance. There are, how many do we start with specifically? 23 of these. Diane, you've got yours. Wendy, you've got yours. Sarah, you've got yours. Congratulations, along with Heather, Yorkshire and Gail, as I said earlier on. I've also got Tatiana, Rosalane, Tracy and telephone bidders on the phone line. So on that basis, we are over half the stock has gone on that. We've got some of the biggest savings that I've ever seen throughout the course of the day. I mean, that's just £20 off a strand which was already at an amazing price point for Burmese sapphire.
Absolutely.
And natural as well.
I know. It's just amazing. It really is just amazing. Think what you can do with that strand, though.
Oh.
You can make a suite of jewellery. You really can make a suite of jewellery. Get your sterling silver findings pack, or if you've got the gold-plated findings pack that we had on yesterday.
Amazing.
I think we did.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
Beautiful.
Right, I'm thinking right now that if you have a jewellery business or you commission something, I would personally, and there's loads of articles available, research Burmese sapphire or Burmese gemstones generally, and you'll see in black and white, and sort of pull off and reword it if you like, so you can actually adopt it into your business and actually have that as a display alongside this strand and the piece that you actually commission it with. I would, because personally I would want to be able to show the customers who may well not be as knowledgeable as you are. I think it's better to work on that assumption, so you can actually say, look, this is Burmese and it's natural. Tell them that, and I'd actually have it printed and on maybe even a frame next to the actual piece. Such is the rarity. I need to move on. Sorry, well done. Because coming up next, I have got, sticking with the blues, from your Burmese sapphire, I'm about to bring you a trio of incredible treasures, from your tanzanite to your iolite to your neon apatite. It's coming up after this. If you put yourself in my shoes for a moment, I kind of think, well, where do I go with this? Which ones do I talk about? Because I've got three amazing gemstones here, and I love every single one of them. For 1 second, because I've had tanzanite earlier on today, I'm going to just say, listen, tanzanite, amazing quality, beautiful faceting, depth of colour, it's all there. Iolite, one of the most... pleochroic gemstones on the planet. It was a gemstone that was used previously by sailors to navigate around the world, and at different angles you will see different flashes of colours. It's not just a stagnant blue. But I want to focus on the neon apatite. And the reason for that is because this gemstone, apatite, and it does come in various different colours. Before I actually show you this, and hopefully whilst you're on the phone lines, because this is going to an amazing price, neon apatite is apatite is a gemstone which is very rich in phosphorus. Now, we need phosphorus for us to actually survive. We have it in our bones, in our teeth. It is part of our very biology. It's needed as well for photosynthesis. So it is absolutely needed for us to survive on this entire planet. Now, apatite has got a really high content of phosphorus, and that translates in the Greek language to bringer of light. And that, I think, works so wonderfully with this gemstone because it has got a glowing ability. It kind of has a presence, almost an internal soul. Now, as I said, apatite comes in a variation of colours. You can have green, you can have a paler blue, but the neon colour, arguably some of the rarest. The average carat weight is 0.15. The average carat weight. On this strand, you go right the way up to, but there's one strand of your neon apatite, you go right the way up to a 10 by 5 millimetre. That has to be the biggest size, or certainly one of the biggest sizes that I have seen in this gemstone in its faceted form. Outside of a museum, it has to be one of the biggest sizes that I've ever seen. And I've brought this gemstone in gold, in platinum even. I've sold it previously before at price points which are more reflective of the true value or worth. So the fact that you have got one, I'm just going to show you this one first, which is an incredible 10 by 5 millimetre. I'm looking at what you're looking at now. I want to get up close to. That's got to be one of the biggest neon apatites that I've ever seen. Ever. The average carat. What's the carat weight on this entire strand? Do we know? 85 divided by 3. About 28 carats you've got on this entirety of the strand. 28 carats, and I'm certain 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. There's over a carat on average on each of these. So you are way over the average on every single one of these neon apatites. Can you understand why I wanted to talk about this strand in particular? This is exceptional in terms of its size, and that has to be one of the biggest that I have ever seen. 10 by 5 millimetre, the standard calibration of a cut gemstone is 7 by 5. I say standard, or the most highly used size would be a 7 by 5 millimetre of gemstones, which would be sort of set into your jewellery as a solitaire. It's way bigger than that. That's amazing. I had to talk about this strand straight away because this to me is one of the most exciting. It's that phosphorus presence that brings you that intensity of light. You can see just how incredibly vibrant the colour is, hence the neon tones. It's very Paraiba tourmaline-esque, one of the most sought after and rare gemstones on the entire planet. Let's bring that tanzanite in as well. Definite depths of pinks coming through. The triachrosm, you can really see those pinkish hues of your tanzanite. And last but by no means least, iolite, which has got astonishing clarity, which normally this is a gemstone which can suffer with quite a lot of colour zoning or lack of colour. So you can see the quality across the entirety of this trio. It's high-end, it's luxury, you're getting all three, and I can guarantee all three at an incredible double-figure price tag. So you have got approximately 75, well I said there was 26 on this one strand, so let's just say 70, 80 individual faceted gemstones for £59.95. That's less than £20 per strand. I'd pay that for the neon apatite.
Yeah.
I'd pay it for the tanzanite, I'd pay it for the iolite, but I would definitely pay it for that neon apatite.
That neon apatite is so special.
Really special.
So special. But you don't see iolite very often. We don't see the quality of that tanzanite's beautiful, but the other two we have seen so much less of.
Yeah, I have to talk about neon apatite when and again, if you go onto the web, it's a fountain of information. It's very easy, and you'll find out sort of average carat weights, etc. You can learn more about the phosphorus presence. You can learn about just how celebrated this gemstone is, why you don't see it on the mainstream market, because like it is all down to the fact the average carat weight is 0.15. Yeah, I could probably bring you, I don't know, and I have done in the past, certainly at establishments I've worked at, I could bring you a neon apatite cluster ring, say 1 carat, but they would be tiny individual gemstones and lots of those made up. I can't bring you a 10 by 5 millimetre solitaire, which is way over a carat, for £59.95 every single day. Well done to you, Hazel, Mary, London, Linda, Gail, Yorkshire, Sarah, Suffolk, you're there as well. Fabulous trio, congratulations, less than £20 each. Absolutely incredible. Moving on to... Where did I take this from? I don't want to put... In fact, I'm keeping it here. I'm keeping it here. Staying with me. Moving on to... Where did that go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I've got so much before me.
What have you lost?
The silver.
It's not under your hand. Oh, oh my gosh, the sheet.
Oh, there it is. How can I hide it? It's such a chunk of silver. How can I lose it, rather? It's such a chunk of silver.
I can imagine me getting frisked on the way out if you hadn't found that.
I think we all would be frisked after. Oh, to be honest, there's probably going to... I think Martha's going to be stood at the, you know, one of those machines. Bloop, 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 bloop. No smuggling the sterling silver out of the studio.
Yeah.
Okay. If you weren't with me earlier on, I understand it's Sunday and you probably wanted to lie in. We brought this earlier on. We've got 20 still in baskets. It is the most substantial amount, and the average gram weight is on the bottom of your screen. I have to talk about that because just how substantial it is, and it's like you buying a bar of precious metal right now. It's like you doing it as if you are a jeweller. Then you make multiple vast amounts of jewellery. You buy it in its bar form. But just to let you know, Kim and I had to keep very quiet about this opportunity. We didn't mention it to any of our colleagues just because I know it would have been a cause for friction, shall we say. Because out of all the sterling silver opportunities we've brought you previously, in a sheet of this size, I couldn't promote it. I couldn't actually put it on my Facebook page or anything like that because it would have caused friction without shadow of a doubt. And the fact that we've only got 50 of them means that it's going to be a straight battle, first come, first serve. Now, there are only a few opportunities of these available. You can see, and I'm going to hold it there on the horizontal first so you can actually see the thickness and the density of the sterling silver. That's a 1 millimetre gauge, so it's really substantial. One thing I was doing earlier on is really trying to actually bend this. You can see it's a substantial amount, so it's going to take a lot of manipulating, I suppose, but if you've got the correct tools, not a problem. You can texture this, you can stamp onto it, and you can see the weight at the bottom of the screen. You can also see that incredible quality. Already we have got collectors saying, thank you very much, Elena, I'll take that incredible deal. And the reality is, if you're thinking, okay, it's silver, yeah, I know that's rare, I know it's mine, the same as gemstones are, this is basically like holding a lot of pound notes, because I don't know what the current prices of sterling silver are right now. I don't know. It changes on an hourly basis, so it's very hard to keep up to speed with it. But we will always bring it to you at the most competitive price point for the quality. And there is a big difference between, you know, qualities of silver. You've got that high shine, you've got that level of thickness, which if you bought silver in a slightly thinner gauge, you can't then make it bigger unless you sort of double it over, can you? You do need that density there. Already, Michelle, Lindsay, Essex, congratulations to you. All of our new buyers, London, West Midlands, getting involved on those phone lines. High shine, beautiful quality. And just loving the deal that you're about to see. Can you remember what it was, Alison?
I think so, because I know where I'll be going in just about 20 minutes time.
$64.95.
That's brilliant.
It's an incredible deal. So many in baskets. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. If I turn this over, you can actually see the 925 stamp there. So obviously, you know that it is your solid sterling silver. You can see the quality. You can texture this. Excuse me. If everybody checks out, it's already gone. Oh, no. It's already gone. And believe me, I know, and I said this earlier on, Alison, there will be guest designers that will be all over this as well, because this kind of price point is just absolutely incredible for the quality. And I really wish you could reach in into the studios and actually feel the gram weight. You can see it on the screen there. The average ring, silver ring, do you know what it weighs? The average sterling silver ring weighs 1.5.
Oh.
That's what the... How many rings can you make out of an average of 50 gram?
You see, you could actually cut that.
Yeah.
And solder it into a ring.
Solder it into a ring and you've got solid precious metal. You don't even need to introduce any genuine gemstones, do you? So that's a lot of rings based on the average actually included in this beautiful sheet. When I went over to Jaipur, we went into, I know I'm not meant to reference the weight, but I have to talk about the weight when it comes to sterling silver. You know, I've kind of got to. Anyway, phone was going, that was all. When I was over in Jaipur and I was looking at jewellery establishments that were making from a cast form of gold, platinum and your silver, and I physically held a sterling silver and a gold and a platinum bar, weighty. That's how you buy it. This is how you actually buy it.
It is.
You
buy
can
it
melt
by the
this
weight.
down, can't you?
You can melt it.
I think it'd be a shame to.
Well, it depends what you... Well, like I said before, if you've cut your pieces out, and I would advise anyone to sort of move them around to get the most out of a piece that you could. But if you're still going to have little bits left over, you can melt those down.
Absolutely. Or just take those fragments and sell them like that. You know, enough jewellers buy them precious metal as it is.
See, I'd want to melt them and leave them as a free-form nugget. And have a little nugget then that you could
as if
drill
it's
through
just
and
come out the ground.
And have a little nugget of silver.
I love that. I love that. And that's so easy to do as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you've got to heat. I don't know what temperature you've got to heat it to.
But I'm sure you can research
you can do it.
Angela, Lynn, David, Catherine, congratulations. I've got Jana there, Somerset, Michelle. I've got to move on because it is looking like it is going to be a sellout now. I've brought you some incredible price points, amazing savings, and very, very, very high-end gemstones. First thing this morning, we launched this incredible tanzanite strand. We had, remind me, it was how many? Over 200. We're down to less than 50 of these available now. I did say it was going to sell out, and it goes back to the same conversation that I was talking about with the Burmese sapphire. If you want the best, I'm not allowed to say what grade I think this is, but you and I sat on a sofa right now. We're speaking the same language, we're thinking the same thoughts right now. When we look at this strand, how many in baskets? 22 in baskets. We've got less than 50 of these available. We're sat on your sofa right now, we're watching this strand, and we're both thinking exactly the same. I'm absolutely certain of it. I'm not allowed to say what I think this is, but I know that you have got the capabilities to do exactly what I can and sort of think mentally, yeah, to me that is, I don't know, AA, AAA, quad A even. This is amazing. I would pay for one of these, and you've bought yours, Alison.
Yep.
You've already bought yours. Fiona made sure this was possible. For one, and it's not just one on the strand, but let's just take this one. Look. I'm just taking, it's not even the biggest. Let's just take this one tanzanite here. For this tanzanite, I would pay the price that this entire strand is going for.
And you get a fair few packed on that strand as well.
Oh my goodness, you certainly do. I am calling this strand a parcel because I truly believe that this is a parcel of tanzanite. I think that's what you're actually buying right now. You're investing in a parcel of quality tanzanite where you have got the differences, that those intensities of hues. I only wish I had a bigger quantity remaining. I think in fact I know it's going to be a sellout today without shadow of a doubt. Sarah, Janet, June, Gail, Shona, well done. Stacey, Cassandra, Anne, you've done it. Janet, well done to you. Let's bring that price tag in. Unbelievable. Like I said, for the one tanzanite, £30. If I was back in Jaipur like I was in May just, sat alongside Sarah and Steve Bennett, obviously directors and CEO there of Gemporia, if I was back in time, sat with them and I'd have seen this parcel and they'd have said £30, thank you very much. I mean, I don't think that this is possibly, I don't think we could even source the gemstones at the price that you're seeing here right now. I'm questioning whether that would even be possible. I'm pretty certain that I mean, with that 500% increase, the fact that this is now caught up in what we call a jet lag effect, which means so little is available to us in the trade. Jane in Lancashire, my tanzanite, excuse me, will go in the safe for my granddaughter's 18th, and she is only 3 months old now. Jane?
How fabulous.
Great minds think alike. I'm doing exactly the same. I'm buying tanzanite with baby in mind as well. Why wouldn't we? At £30, like at this price point, I know that we know, and it's not just us two, we know as gemstone lovers and connoisseurs, well, maybe not connoisseurs, somebody that loves tanzanite, you know that we're not going to be able to get it at this price tag. We can't. I highly doubt we can do it even now. Is it? How are we looking? It's going to be a sellout. Yeah. Well done from the very bottom of my heart. Well done once again, Alison. I know you're really pleased about that.
I am.
I would be too. Box.
Oh, wow, that's a big one. That's a long one, isn't it?
Ruby, emerald, sapphire. Less than 50. Can we start at this end? Just because I think you've got some of the rarest colours. Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody else seeing what I'm seeing?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of anything like a Sri Lankan sunset or a lotus flower there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it definitely is a papradacha.
But it looks like
But it certainly looks like those papradacha hues, and it doesn't matter where it's from. Papradacha sapphire is from different origins and locations around the world. It's all the colour and the rarity of the sapphire colour, which makes... I'm just holding you literally a couple of inches here on your screens, and that's exciting me. I've got no idea what this is going to. Then we move into your emeralds. Then we move into your gorgeous rubies that you've got here. Then into your salon blues and your cashmere blues of your sapphires. Back into those intense, gorgeous rubies. Oh, a little bit more papradacha-esque colour, shall we? Then some more sapphires, some more rubies. This is a long strand of genuine gemstones, and also the fact that you have got ruby, emerald, sapphire all included on this incredible... It just keeps on going, doesn't it? 38 cents. Oh, wait, look at that.
It's got to be. That's stunning.
I know it's the weekend, but if Hannah Oxbury was here right now in the studios, I'd be saying, Hannah, can you come down into the studios?
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it?
It is. I'd be making earrings of those, of the sunset graduation.
Yeah, absolutely. Make the most of those.
Oh yeah, they'd be coming out on their own and special.
I would do exactly the same. Channel set them, or just on some gold or sterling silver, either or. Just beautiful. Nanetta, Christine, Sarah, you've done it. Well done, ladies. I've got Gail and Tracy there, Kathleen and Tina Way. You've got yours. Let's bring that price tag in. A long strand of beautiful sapphires, emeralds, and rubies. Should be $44.95. Not $44.95 today. I would take out those salon sunset ones, the ones that look like that, and then I'd maybe just create an amazing neckline piece with the rest, and keep the, you know, those £30, $29.95. Yeah, keep those orangey, pinky sapphires for something very, very special. Diane, hello to you. Carol, well done to you. Sharon, Jane, Yorkshire, Tracy. I think it's going to be a sellout as well. Lots of you there. Do stay on those phone lines, because I say that I'm reiterating what Kim's saying so she can see more of you on the phone lines than I can. There's a slight delay. So do stay where you are. Well done, well done, well done. Let's stick with the ruby, emeralds and the sapphires. Definite primary tones. So I haven't got those sort of papradacha colours in this. You've got the definite yellows, you've got the definite blues, the greens and and of course the reds. Now, this I have a triple figure quantity of. So you might not have the rarest colour included in here, but you've certainly got rare. You've got an intensity of your emeralds, which is incredibly vivacious and energetic. They are all 100% natural. That's your sapphire, your emeralds, and your ruby, which is exceedingly rare. You know that less than 5% of the world's sapphire, emerald, and ruby is actually untreated. And these are untreated, so natural, what I would call supermodels of the gemstone world. 30 carats, gorgeous, gorgeous quality in those primary hues. It sort of takes me back, if you think about sort of when you were a youngster and you started painting, you know, with a giant paintbrush when you were in sort of, when you were in kindergarten. It was these kind of colours, wasn't it, that you looked for. And the more primary, the more valuable they are. The more valuable, many gemologists would agree with that. This is coming your way at an incredibly affordable price tag. If you missed out on the last sapphire, emerald and ruby, I'm awfully sorry. I'm not surprised when it had those. I'm not saying it is definitely paparazzi, but definitely paparazzi-esque. Here's your chance, 19.95, 30 carats on this gorgeous strand. It doesn't have the orangey tones or the pinky tones within those gemstones, but you have definitely got the primary hues, as I was referring to. It's very busy this afternoon. A very good afternoon to you. A happy Sunday and Happy New Year if it's the first time that we are getting to speak to one another. Joyce, Northumberland, hello to you. Marilyn, June, Hazel, Christine in Essex, Christine in County I can't say that. Furman. I can't say. Where's that?
I'd go with
F-E-R-M, Fermanar? Sorry. I sound a little bit dizzy there, but it's, so I'm glad it's not just me. Everybody else is looking at me blankly as well, going... Christine, sorry if I said that wrong, but hello, wherever county... Is it Irish? Is it Ireland? Yeah. Cheshire, Sue, Irene, hello to you. Lancashire, Susan, June and Cheshire, you're with me as well. £20 only. Congratulations. Gosh, it's busy. You're shaking your head, Alison, again.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of head shaking going on today.
I know. I can't believe what we've had on.
I think if we were to add up all the savings that Kim has done today, we've got to be in the four figures.
Oh, I would have thought so.
Easily.
I saw a message on one of the pages of a lady who'd done one day's shopping over the Christmas period, and she'd saved something like £270. Savings, ridiculous.
That is savvy shopping at its best.
Absolutely.
That's why we love Jewellery Maker, isn't it? That's why we come here for our gemstones. I would never have the jewellery collection that I do have if it was not for Jewellery Maker. I wouldn't. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that. I'm sure, I'm absolutely certain. Alison, would you have the?
No.
No.
No. I certainly wouldn't have diamonds that, you know, in my you know, I'd never ever imagined any of the top 4 or top 5 in my kit.
The lovely Fleur, would you imagine you'd have jadeite in your collection?
Never, no.
There's
I didn't know where to source it from so I knew it was real.
There we are. Basically, she was saying never, wouldn't know where to source it from. Sorry, all you could see is her lips moving then. I've totally forgot that you haven't got a mic on for a second there, Fleur. Basically, no. That's what she said.
Loving this, though.
I'm loving the neckline piece, yeah, absolutely. Well done, Caroline, June, Mavis, Linda, Kathleen, Anne, Diane, Christina and Angus. Betty, you've done it. Congratulations to you. It's those very definite canary yellows, that primary red, that energetic green, that velvety blue. This is a handful of those of you that have already been successful, and we've still got people being answered, still got people on the web that are absolutely checking out. It's been so busy today, and I'm not surprised. I mean, I'd use these very sparingly. When you come to sort of tanzanites, your neon apatites, your sapphires, your emeralds, your rubies, you know, all of your high-end gemstones that we've brought you throughout the course of the day. And every gemstone's high-end, but certain gemstones are rarer than others, especially when you've got, you know, quality like this and the rarity and the depth of colour like this. Then there's no need, in my humble opinion, and it is only my opinion, I don't think you need to invest huge carat weights into it.
Oh gosh, no, you don't.
To not just make your money back, but to double, triple, quadruple your money even.
You see, I love doing, my niece loves delicate jewellery, and they're perfect for doing little delicate pieces of jewellery. But then I'd also buy a few of them because I'd be thinking wedding shoes. Oh gosh. Sapphire, ruby and emerald wedding shoes? Oh yeah, could you imagine it?
That's very, very, very posh. Alison, it's as always been an absolute delight to have your company this morning. And as always, your jewellery has been incredible.
Oh, thank you, lovely.
When are you back in next?
I'm not back for a couple of weeks. The 16th, 17th.
16th or 17th of February?
Yeah, if it's a Saturday and Sunday. No, January.
January, I beg your pardon. Sorry, yes.
If it's a Saturday and Sunday, it's that Saturday and Sunday. And we've got a special weekend lined up.
Lovely. And don't forget, you can also book on to Alison's workshop. She's got a double whammy of workshops, including your prong setting. I'm not going anywhere. I've got the lovely Fleur coming up next. And don't forget, your Wall of Fame.
Owning a